Wow. Hello. Welcome. Hello. For those who don't know me, I am Peachael the Seraphim, banished VTuber. I do art, I play games. I am a self-made VTuber, made my model, made my overlay. You know what I should have tried today? I should have tried having my sound booth in. But hello, welcome. For those who are curious what we're doing today, we're going to be watching youth.net while I finish up my Midna art. But guess what? Guess what, Sea Angels? Guess what? I forgot to plug in my tablet before stream. Classic Peachy. I forgot to plug in my tablet. So if you all could wait patiently for a moment while I grab that, just give me 1 second. Jingles keys. I don't know. You guys want to like look at feet or something again? I can help you with that. Here. Let me. There you go. You can look at my shoes. You look at my shoes. Look at my shoes. Oops. Guess we gotta play Pepsi Man. No. Fuck no. Not right now. I did say there's gonna be a part 2 for Pepsi Man. For those who enjoyed Pepsi Man gameplay yesterday, there you go. We'll play it again. But let me get this out. My drawing tablet. Let me put this up. Here we go. There we go. It's not that hard to assemble. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Alright. Alright, one moment. You're gonna hear a thing. You're gonna hear a thing go beep. There you go. That's how you know my tablet's in. I'm hanging from the ceiling. Actually, yeah, that actually looks kind of off-putting. I just wanted you guys to look at my feet. Alright, anyway. Should I disappear? Should I change to a different model? I'm gonna use this model for now. Gonna use this toggle for now. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go to my art overlay. Oh, hi, Brisket. Welcome. Could I get a shout out for Brisket, please? Let me get my art out. Let me get my Midna art out. But how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are having a great day. Yeah. I hope you all are doing good. There we go. Thank you, Vanquish. Thank you. I need to check if I have any more tabs open. I do. Also, for those who don't know, this is the final day to submit stuff for the Onyx Awards. If you guys would like to support some Black creators today, some Black VTubers, please check out this form of people I recommend if you have time. Obviously, you are not obligated to do it. I just like to remind people because I am... I just like to remind people. I like to be annoying. Alright. Let's go over here. Let's get on with the show. Let's get on with what I promised you all today. Let me... Oh my god, my Midna art. My Midna art is not out. Is it here? Give me a second. I gotta search it up. I got so many files. So many files and things. Oh yeah, and also you guys can play the fishing game. On Monday, I will be gifting a sub to whoever's in the top of the leaderboard. So just type !cast once every, like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. Just don't spam it. Don't spam it. Now, here we are. Here's my Midna art. And here's what we're watching. Where's my watch along? Here we go. Here's my other screen. Apples out of peanut butter. Alright. Are you guys ready to watch some retro nostalgia? I put this from Yuffie's oldest videos to her newest videos. This is who we're gonna be watching today. She is a VTuber that we've rated before, and she has a lot of like very comfy videos on retro consoles and games. She likes Sonic. A lot. Her PFP on YouTube is her with a Shadow the Hedgehog hoodie. So that's the impression you could get of Yuffie if you don't know her. All right. That's very low. Here we go. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He put his hedgehog coolie dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife and he said it was this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you've got a small dick. It's like the size of this walnut, except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. That's right, baby. All points, no pillows. Look at that. Looks like 2 balls in a bong. He pissed on my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna piss on the earth. That's right. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. Oh, I killed God. Hello, welcome. Oh my God, I forgot I was doing. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. You have 23 hours before the piss droplets hit the fucking earth. Now get out of my sight before I piss on you too. That's not a good impression of me to come into first. So I have a redeem that makes me stop whatever I'm doing and makes me say the entire Eggman announcement by heart. I was doing that pretty good for like the past minute. Oh my God. Okay. For anyone else just joining, that's not the entire stream, I swear. We're arting. We're gonna do art and we're gonna watch comfy retro nostalgia video. This is Yuffie.net. She is a Sonic fan and she's also a very comfy, cute Seal VTuber. She's in the title of the screen. She's in the pinned message. So please give her a follow. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I know there's more guys, but I want to watch this person. I will keep everyone else in mind. All right, here you go. Look at her. She's so cute. All right. I never even had a Dreamcast. She cutie. Cute seal, cute seal. Love the seal. Tad louder. I'm gonna restart the video then. Here you go. There you go. Is that better? Memories of the franchise being of Sonic CD. And looking back, I think that's better. It made an impact. That boss music or is it too loud now? But honestly, the most impactful I turned it down because of Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man was very overpowering. Getting my Dreamcast in 2001 when the game was released in 98, but correct. Are you trying to say perfect erection here in my Sonic stream? Are you really trying to say that, Circuit? Hello, welcome. Welcome, Circuit, and welcome, Kyogo. Is that how I say your name, by the way, Kyogo? I hope you enjoy your first time here, Kyogo. No one's saying that, Peachy, only you. Okay, alright, fine then. Excuse me then. Oh, you want that right now? Alright, hi Mature, welcome. What a way to enter the stream. For me, one of the best things to come out of Sonic Adventure was the introduction of Chow. You guys are just spamming my redeems today. Sonic and Shadow are stinky. Sea Angel stinky. Mila is stinky. She does not like that. My cat, she was like about to get zoomies. I hope you enjoyed that. Hi Lancer, thank you for the check-in. A short game, more to offer in that regard. Though future installments into the series would expand more on Chow, making the original experience seem kind of simple in comparison. This was where it's already not working. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll fix it. I actually think it'd be cool to do a kind of a deep dive on Chow. I'm fixing it, Vanquish. Don't worry. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. Wait, what did she want us to let her know? Deep dive on Chow? Yes. So let me know in the comments if that's something. I want to comment on all her videos as we go because I've only watched her newer videos. Characters and their gameplays were. Over the course of your time playing through Sonic's route, you would unlock the rest of the characters. Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and Gamma. Each Chow Garden. Sorry, I'm commenting.
As Tails, you were usually
There you go.
racing against Sonic to
Like,
move the
comment,
level and to
subscribe.
fly. As Knuckles, you were treasure hunting for pieces of the Master Emerald and
I'll
could
link
glide,
her
climb,
YouTube
dig,
video
and
in
hunt.
case you... Oh
As
my god,
Amy, you were
sorry.
trying to outrun one of Eggman's robots and had
The
a
tits
giant hammer
application
that
goes
allowed you to
insane.
do flips and the levels were more
Here you go.
puzzle-based. As Big, you were fishing
Here you
to try
go.
and catch your friend
Like,
Froggy,
comment,
who was being
subscribe.
targeted by Eggman. And as Gamma,
Froggy!
you were trying to destroy Eggman's other robots,
Tits!
and the levels
Exactly.
were timed and shooting-based. Like I said, a lot
But yeah,
of
how are you guys
variety,
doing
but
today? I hope you guys are
not all
doing
well
good.
received. People took a lot of
Comfy
issue with these
nostalgia
levels,
day.
especially with the fishing being
This
seen
is
as
refreshing
boring and
after what I went through
frustrating.
yesterday with
And
Pepsi
I
Man.
wasn't always a big fan either, but honestly, now that I'm older, I actually appreciate them for being pretty laid back and, dare I say it, fun. When I was a kid though, my favorite character to play as was Amy. Though I was admittedly kind of a tomboy for much of my childhood, and Amy was as girly as it gets, I still really liked having
I feel like Amy's a good mix of tomboy. I had fun. Oh my god, it's Mayu!
Sonic has long been known for great
Oh my
music,
god, hi
but
Mayu!
man, the
Let me
Sonic
shout out the
Adventure soundtrack
succubus.
really goes hard.
The number
hard
one
rock
Shadow the
opening theme,
Hedgehog
Over Your
fan.
Heart by Crush 40 made the game feel so
If you
cool
guys
and
like,
exciting.
you guys should
Some would
buy
consider
Mayu's
it a little
merch.
edgy or something, but
I
don't
can't
know,
wait to
man, I
open it
think
up.
it's
I'm gonna
sick.
open it up on
As far as the
stream.
rest, there's not a single track that I don't like, but where things get
I love
really good
Mayu's
for me
art
is
so
the character
much.
songs. Each character in the game gets
I
their
already
own
opened up
dedicated song, and
Mimi
Piano's
Peon's
theme, which I'll be playing in the
arts
next
merch
section,
on
Because of the
stream.
Fan,
It was
is a
really
synth
good.
jazz kind of song and is
For someone who
especially
doesn't
rhythmic.
like
It's
Shadow, she draws
melancholy,
Shadow a
which is very
lot.
fitting
The
given
Mimi
storyline,
Peon.
but despite that is one of the
Do you guys
biggest
think
bangers I've heard in
Peon
every
is secretly a
Sonic
Shadow
Adventure or its
fan?
sequel, which is also notable for having lots of great music. Speaking of
I think
Gamma,
so. I think
Gamma
Peon was
was a
secretly a
robot
Shadow
created
fan
by
the whole
Eggman
time.
to aid in his villainous activities and whatnot, but he's
I love
not
this
like your
music.
typical machine. After witnessing his robot sibling being
But I hope you're
destroyed
doing
and
good,
taken
Mayu.
and being questioned by
Peon
Amy,
is
who was being held
cute.
prisoner, Gamma started to
Peon knows
develop
what
kind of
sells.
confidence. He
True.
rebels against Eggman and
Peon
makes
was
it his mission
drawing
to destroy the rest of his siblings
Rouge
and
X
release the animals
Expio,
that were trapped
Espio,
inside,
Expio,
which he
Rouge
helped
X
achieve, but in the end
Espio yesterday. It was really
had to
cute.
also destroy himself
Also,
to
speaking of
complete the
which,
mission.
have you guys
So,
seen
in
my
the end, two
ultimate
selfless
toggle?
dogs, freeing the
For
bird
those who are
trapped
new
inside
here.
him, who was then reunited with his
No,
family.
Peon is way
This was
cuter
not
than
the
me.
kind of ending we were used
I
to
think
in
everyone's
Sonic.
way
It was
cuter than me.
bittersweet, and it really made an impact on me. I've always
Even
been the type
Eggman's
to
cuter than me. I'm just
actually
kidding. No,
enjoy a
Eggman's
sad
already
story
cute.
and a good cry in a weird way,
I could have
so
sworn
as
she
far
was a
as stories
huge
go in
fan,
this game,
Shadow
this
fan
was
until
the one
recently.
I think
No,
I
she's
enjoyed
always
the most.
hated
I
Shadow.
also find myself
I don't think
really
Peon
enjoying
hates
storylines
Shadow.
where an
I just think
emotionless and
Peon
human being develops what
thinks
we would
Shadow's
consider very
overrated,
human
and I can
emotions and
agree with
thoughts.
that.
It's one of my all-time favorite characters
Here with my
because it's
Shadow
really heartwarming in a
plushie.
sense, and also adds dimension and character growth
But yeah,
that are
follow
very compelling.
Mayu. Mayu's
Gamma
great.
is one of two characters
Mayu
that, to
also
me,
has
added a
Japan
lot of heart and
times,
emotional depth to
so
the
she
game.
usually streams
The
at the
other being
opposite times I do.
Chaos is one of the antagonists of the story alongside Eggman, but as we
I
come
can
to learn,
agree
he is a
too. Well,
sympathetic
yeah.
one. He was the
Hi,
first guardian
Galeno.
of the Chaos
Welcome. I hope you're
Emeralds
doing
and
good.
protected the Chao thousands of years prior to the story
But yeah,
of
again,
Sonic
for those who
Adventure,
don't know what we're
and he was a
watching,
very gentle sort of
we have
godlike
rated this
entity with a
VTuber
warm
before.
heart. But there was a deadly attack
She
on
is
the
a
Chao
cute
by the
seal
Knuckles
VTuber.
clan, and
She
Chaos
plays a lot of
became
retro
consumed with
games, so we
rage
don't
and
have
lasted
to.
thousands of
Yesterday I
years, even
played
after
Pepsi
being
Man,
sealed away in the
so you
Master
guys don't
Emerald.
have to.
Like Gamma's story, this one had a depth to it that really
She
appealed
basically
to me.
does that a
To love
lot.
something you worked hard to protect
She will
and to
play
become so
retro
overcome with
games that
grief
make you
that it turns
frustrated.
into rage. It's heartbreaking, but also makes for an incredibly
Was it
interesting
Shadow?
antagonist.
Shadow?
Villains I find the most compelling are the ones
Nani?
that have an understandable
I
and
looked
sympathetic
Midna
motivation
because
behind their
Imp
actions.
because
Kinda
Hyrule
like
Warrior.
Thanos from the
I had a
MCU, for
stroke reading
instance.
that.
Certainly he did
But
very
also,
evil
hi,
and
Mature.
destructive things, but part of what
Even though
made
you were
him so
here earlier, hi.
interesting was his misguided
Look
but
at my Midna
ultimately
art.
well-intended
It is
motivation
not done.
paired with the awful things he
This
did.
is just a
Chaos
sketch.
is much more sympathetic than Thanos, obviously, but all this
Thanos?
to say, it's just much better storytelling
Sondic.
when you can at least kind
Hi,
of
Kirby
see where an
Cross,
antagonist is
welcome.
coming from, even if their actions are
I wonder if
reprehensible.
Peach
Contrast
would like to
Chaos
play
with
Chex
Eggman, who
Quest.
in Sonic Adventure is literally just bad because he can be.
Is that like something with the Chex cereal? I don't really like that cereal. Is that what that game's about?
And I think there's no doubt that Chaos is much more interesting.
Hi, welcome. I hope you're
Sonic
doing good. I
Adventure
hope you're having a good
definitely
day.
has its issues. I've seen an increase in Sonic Adventure hate over time, and sure, there's a lot that's valid. I'm
Not the
denying that,
Sonic
but I think
Adventure
this game
hate.
has a lot to love and appreciate, so I
Why
wanted
would
to share the
people hate
things
Sonic?
I
Honestly,
particularly
when I
like
played
about it.
Pepsi
It
Man
means a lot to
yesterday,
me, so thank you for taking the time.
this seal. Chex Quest is a legendary game disc with came with Chex Way. Oh, so it is based on the cereal? That's cool. You know what I found actually? I found the McDonald's DS game and I want to play that on stream. I I mean, it's not. It's totally real. I totally paid $100 for it. There's only like 3 in the world or something. I don't know. I totally have one of the only copies. Yeah. But I want to play it on stream. Chex Quest is from the cereal box. It's just a Doom clone. Oh, I like Doom though. I need to play Doom on a pregnancy test on stream. You guys ever heard that they have Doom on a pregnancy test? I told my dad that and he said I should play it.
Time to watch this video. Before I go, I wanted to also
He doesn't know what I am though. My dad doesn't know I'm a degenerate VTuber. So don't tell him.
Breaking a couple hundred views and 100 subs.
My cat just meowed. I think she's gonna tell him.
Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Is Doom on an IV machine? Anyways, next video. I like this one. This was just Sonic Adventure retrospective.
Kid, even though the GameCube wasn't my
first
console,
I love this
definitely
editing.
the one I spent the most time playing.
Snitches get stitches.
Wind Waker, Sphinx
Wind Waker,
and Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I know I'm Sonic oriented, but I actually like Zelda.
But another game that holds a special
I'm more of a Zelda streamer. Also, hi Lacey.
I wasn't as
welcome, Lacey.
Of a Mario fan back in the day as I was of Sonic or Pokemon. But dude,
Mario.
I love this game. It was so different.
Zelda pretty good. Indeed. I have streamed several Zelda games.
I've always found that game
Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass,
by playing Luigi's Mansion for a while, and
Ouija.
There was a moment where I wasn't genuinely having
Plus,
fun.
I love Imp Midna so much. I'm not the only one. Imp Midna Enjoyer's Rise. I like both of Midna's forms, but I'm always more attached to the Imp form because you spend more time with her that way. You know what I mean? The feeling. It's not just about the design, it's about the comfort.
After that refresher, I realized there's
Lacey, Her Majesty is here? Yes.
Fun. It's also really unique and charming, and while it might not be the first word that comes to everyone's mind,
I love Luigi's Mansion.
The game for me is really cozy and it's chill, but
hi.
Boring. It's a perfect balance.
Did you forget you're in my stream?
So today I'll go over
it's like, oh, I didn't see you there, Peachael.
As well as give my thoughts and feelings on why I love this game so much.
I need to play the
What's your favorite Mario game?
I need to play the newer Luigi.
My favorite is Luigi's Mansion. I haven't
That's a good choice, actually. Mine is Mario Galaxy, though.
I'm kind of unconvinced they can compare for me.
I love Mario Galaxy.
If you think it's worth it to try them out or not. Anyway, let's get into it.
Okay, so this is a retrospective on Luigi's Mansion.
Was in its earliest stages as a concept
I am
so. In the era of the Nintendo.
I am so sorry if you hear my cat zooming in the background. She I don't know why she starts as soon as I start talking.
64. The original idea was to make a game revolving around a large house or apartment complex, eventually moving towards something like a dollhouse, which can be seen in the finished game with the layout of the mansion and being able to see through the walls as Luigi travels throughout.
Zoom. She is such a zoomer.
Though they considered Japanese
I mean, she is that young.
They decided on a more
Thank you for the lurk, Starry.
mansion.
Welcome.
Initially, the protagonist was going to be
Poor Mario,
but as the Haunted Mansion theme came into play, it was decided he would be too brave for the role of the protagonist. Wanting someone more cowardly, the team decided Luigi was better suited as the main character. Luigi's Mansion ended up being developed alongside the GameCube as a launch title, which allowed the development team to request certain features for the console, such as graphics capabilities, especially in regards to more dynamic lighting. Thanks to the capabilities of the graphics chip, real-time shadows could be attached to all objects, changing their shape, direction, and the way they interacted with objects in the environment. Luigi's Mansion also influenced the design of the GameCube's controller. From the start, the team knew they wanted to use 2 analog sticks, one for movement and one for the directional
I feel bad for Luigi. Yeah, poor Luigi.
In order to make the
honestly really like, okay, I'm not gonna spoil, again, I don't want to spoil the Mario movie for people, but I feel like the character that hits the best, even in just like the Mario 1 movie, I feel like Luigi like hits the best in terms of like the characters, in terms of like there's no decharacterization for him, you know what I mean? Because I have like, you guys know, I love Peach to death. That is why my name is Peachael. It's not because I like the fruit. My favorite fruit is actually avocado. I love Princess Peach, but I feel like she's very decharacterized in the Mario movie. I don't know. I just don't vibe with her voice. You know what I mean? I really like her animations and movements, but I feel like it doesn't match. It doesn't match. Charlie Day is great. I love It's Always Sunny.
more comfortable as it would need to be used for long periods of time, it was redesigned to be wider. Because the controls were more difficult to get the hang of,
Get down,
the
I'm
goal was to
Boogie.
make the difficulty level of Luigi's
I really
Mansion
want to
more
see more of the
balanced, also
booze.
allowing the player to decide for themselves how much effort they
I
wanted
love
to
the
put into
booze.
completion. This resulted in a game that could be easily beaten in a few hours, but that had plenty to return to if the player wanted more challenge. The development schedule was described in an interview as tight, with arguments between the designers
what she
and
said.
programmers over if there would be enough time to implement certain features. In the end, though, this didn't result in anything being scrapped.
The booze.
Actually, more features were
I'm surprised
added
no one
towards the end
typed
of
beer.
development, like being able to
The
turn off
booze.
Luigi's flashlight or being able to call out for Mario. The
You're so
ultimate goal
valid for that. I
Luigi's
want a
Mansion
Peach.
wasn't
I want a Peach to sound sweet, but be subversively strong and independent. Yeah, I feel like someone who says it better than I do. If you know the artist Mari Kyung, Mari, Peepon really likes her too. She has a better way of explaining why Peach is very decharacterized, and she also has she has a lot of shorts. She has shorts on all three Mario princesses, redesigning them, and they look way better than the movie because they have like different body types, if you know what I mean. Like doing what she did already, but be sugary sweet while doing that. Yeah, true. I wonder if one day Luigi will actually own a mansion.
really to be a scary game,
To be
but a unique
honest,
one.
I don't think he
Innovation
wants
was the
one at
main
this point.
priority rather than competing with other games.
My
with main
first thought actually was
programmer Hiroki
boob.
Sotoike stating,
I
"We wanted
apologize.
to create something that is innovative.
I forgot
Something
captions
that no
for
one
you
else has
guys.
experienced before. And that way, it can't really compete with other games because our game is different, unique."
Oh my
And
god,
it
Yuffie's
definitely
voice is
was
so
unique,
relaxing.
which is part of why I enjoyed it so much. Luigi's Mansion is unlike almost any other game I've played, but what made it so different? Well, let's take a look at the game itself. Our game
The
begins
rats.
with Luigi arriving in Boo Woods after mysteriously
the
winning a
rats.
mansion in a contest he never entered.
Bully you
After
to
being
assume I
scared by
can
one of the mansion's
read.
ghosts, Luigi is saved
Look,
by
it's for
Professor
those who
informs
can.
him that the mansion is actually just an illusion and that Mario has been captured by King Boo. EGAD gives Luigi the Poltergust 3000, which can capture ghosts, suck up money, and function as
Honestly, I
a flashlight.
just like Mario
And once
games
each
where
element is
Mario
unlocked,
actually
it can
needs
also
help.
make use of the elements of
That's why I
fire,
love
water,
Super
and
Princess
ice.
Peach so much.
Luigi also receives the Game Boy Horror, which can be used as a map to scan objects and to communicate with Professor EGAD. You'll spend the game using your tools to solve puzzles and collect ghosts around the mansion in order to save Mario from King Boo. With the puzzles, maze-like environment, and also the collection of keys in order to unlock new parts of the mansion, the game plays less like a Mario game and more like a Zelda game in those regards. But
I
it's
guess
also
you can
quite
say
similar
that.
to the Resident Evil games of that
It's
time.
Youth
There
Nets,
are
yes.
complaints by some of the
Cute
game being
seal.
too easy, but there were a few
Hi,
puzzles
Proof.
that I thought were at
Welcome.
least pretty creative.
I
For
hope you're
instance,
doing
in
good.
the
I hope you're
master
having a
bedroom
good
of the
day.
mansion, you'll find a ghost sitting
This
at a
is our
vanity
second
brushing
video
her
of
hair.
today.
It's easy to notice right away that there's a draft causing the curtains on the window to sway around.
For those
but
interested in
might
what I'm
not be
drawing, here you
immediately
go.
Obvious is that in order
Here's
to beat the
Midna.
ghost, you'll need to use the Poltergust 3000 to pull back the curtains. The ghost will get up to close them,
I hope
letting
one
her
day
guard
to make
down
this
and
into a
giving you the
sticker.
opportunity to attack. It's stuff like this that I think makes the puzzles creative and
Would you
fun,
guys get
even
mad if
they're
I
not
made merch and
particularly
only bought it for
difficult. You
me?
just have to think outside the box a little, keeping in mind the unique tools at your disposal.
It's all
The
mine.
atmosphere of the game is also very unique. The vast majority of the game is spent in darkness, but despite this, it's not scary or intimidating. This
Look,
instead just serves
spoons.
to make
Other
your
than that, I
environment
think I
really
do
immersive
good.
and interesting
Hell
visually.
yeah.
And in spite of these dreary surroundings, everything
Imp.
about Luigi's Mansion radiates charm, from the ghosts to the music to Luigi himself.
You know what's the most charming part about Luigi's Mansion? The way that his nose bounces when he walks. It's so
This all
cute.
comes together to create a vibe that's spooky, but in
His
a fun and
animations
whimsical
are
way,
peak.
rather than a frightening one.
Oh my god, it's that old lady that spit on me. Did you see this old lady?
That's spooky, but
This grandma ghost? She gave me the hak tois. She literally spit on me. She actually spit needles at me. That's so mean.
in a fun and whimsical way, rather than a frightening one. I'd kind of compare the vibe to the movie Halloween Town, if anybody remembers that. It's certainly got themes
Halloween
that are
Town?
quote-unquote scary, but the way it's
Isn't that like
presented
Nightmare
is
Before
very
Christmas?
fun and endearing. As far as the
Did
game
Tim Burton
mechanics,
steal
they're
from a different
incredibly
movie?
Fun. It's oddly satisfying to suck things up with the Poltergust 3000, and there's plenty of
I remember
enemies
that
and
Kingdom
bosses
Hearts
for you to
world.
do this with, making the whole game a blast. My favorite thing is sucking up money with the
I remember that world from Kingdom Hearts. Sorry.
Poltergust as it scatters around.
Hak
It's really
tois.
satisfying,
Me when I'm
though
French.
Maybe that's just my OCD talking.
I thought it would
The
escape that
Poltergust
stupid meme.
literally makes the game
Oh, the
as far
hak
as
tois.
actual
I'm sorry.
gameplay is concerned.
I
It's
have done
creative,
brain rot.
fun, different, and even challenging in a really enjoyable way, since that just serves to make it even more fun when you've gotten the hang of it. But like I said
Oh my
earlier,
god.
Luigi's Mansion
I've
isn't
been
just
using
super
Wispy's
fun
chair
or
because I'm so tired
atmospheric,
of my
it's
own.
also
And he
surprisingly
likes my
cool.
chair for some
Like,
reason.
comparing it to
So we
other
switched
Mario
chairs.
games, it's
And I
super
realized
laid
his chair is
back.
kind of
You can
short.
explore and solve puzzles at your own pace, and there's no platforming. I mean, there are plenty of platformers
Yeah,
I
I
enjoy
like
for
that you
sure,
can
but
choose
I won't act like they can't be
what
really
puzzle you
frustrating.
can
I
see in
appreciate having
Ouija.
a game where there's not a lot of pressure to get everything just right without it being boring, and you can just have fun and chill.
Unless you're
I'm a Sonic
100%ing
fan,
it.
so there are definitely games that I
Ain't no
love
way
that
I'm
are
gonna
more
100% a
exciting and
game.
action-packed, but I've increasingly found some of my most
Our brain
fond
is rotted
gaming
in one way or
experiences
another.
are with games
Indeed.
that, while fun, are not fast-paced. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, especially now as an adult when life is more stressful than ever, I think games that offer a relief of stress or a distraction from it rather than adding to it are incredibly valuable in their own right. I replayed Luigi's Mansion for the first time as an adult a few months back, and I can honestly say I appreciate the game even more for these reasons.
I would love to game right now,
It's
but
a unique
graduation
combination
exams.
of
You're
pure
so
fun and
right.
coziness that I've rarely
I
found
should
in
be
other
doing my
games, as
homework.
they often feel mutually exclusive.
But I need to
A lot of
stream.
cozy games
I haven't
can be
streamed in
pretty
like 2
boring,
weeks.
and a lot of fun games are too chaotic to be
After this,
cozy.
I'm gonna be gone for
In
another
my
2 weeks
opinion,
too.
Luigi's Mansion is the perfect
I'm
balance.
still streaming tomorrow.
As a side note, I also really love
I'm still
getting to play
streaming
as
tomorrow on
Luigi.
Monday,
I think
though.
Mario is great, but I've always had a big soft spot for the green guy. I think he's just really funny and adorable
No,
in a dorky and endearing way.
I have a
and I'm
soft
really
spot
glad
for
he gets to
Ouija
shine here.
too.
He's a total scaredy cat, trembling and cowering, but he gets to be a hero and save the day, which I think is
Why is EGAD Naruto running? Did y'all see that?
total scaredy cat,
Is he?
trembling
He must be a
and
Sonic
cowering,
fan.
but he gets to
Look!
be a hero.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at this dude! Look at this dude! Yabu yabu! What he doing? Why? I've never noticed that he's done that. I've played this a few times. Is it just? Am I the first? Is this the first time I'm noticing this?
Save the day, which I think is really awesome. Overall, Luigi's Mansion offers a lot despite the criticisms of it being a short and pretty easy
I take like
game. But
I take like 2 weeks off. I take like 1 or 2 weeks off after I have a streaming week. So after this week, I'm probably be gone for a while because I have like finals coming up soon.
personally, I don't think there's anything
You're
wrong with those
right.
things. I know these days
He was a
especially,
Naruto
it's
fan
a goal
before it
to
was
make a game
popular.
as long as it can be,
He was gonna
but
find the
personally,
he was gonna
valuing
become the
overall
Hokage.
experience over the
Hi
length of the
Natasha,
game. What
welcome.
matters most with this game is it's innovative, fun, and unique, not that it went on for forever. And like I talked about, sometimes it's nice to have an easy and relaxed time. Not
Yeah, I have a
every
lot of
video
final
game needs
projects.
to make me want to bash my head into a wall. There are times where I just want a casual and laid-back experience, and
Indeed.
I think Luigi's Mansion is perfect in that regard. I want to thank you guys again. I did not expect for so many people to like my last video, and it's just really cool that people are watching and enjoying what I make. Something that's also been awesome is when I've been live on Twitch.
As somebody who hasn't watched Naruto, I don't understand shit. I've probably watched like 1 season of Naruto.
Be a big deal, but I don't know, to me,
Oh,
it's just
thank you.
really,
Thank
really
you for the
cool.
lurk,
But yeah,
Natasha.
thanks
Enjoy
for
your
watching,
art.
and I'll see you next time.
But yeah, for school, I made the mistake this semester of taking all of the fun classes. And oh man.
When I was growing
I'm not
up,
good
my
at watching
handheld
long
gaming
anime. I'll just say that
experience
now.
was exclusively with the Game Boy
I
Color.
feel like in terms of filler, the only things I could find acceptable are Hunter x Hunter and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But other than that, I can't really I'm not really good at keeping up. Like, something can be interesting, but if I know it's 1,000 episodes, I am not compelled to watch it unless if it's like super interesting. And yeah, JoJo's amazing. I love JoJo.
Game Boy Advance, basically just Nintendo. One of my younger siblings had a different experience though. In the 2000s,
Hunter x Hunter, my beloved. Who's your favorite?
We all spent some time in the very tiny arcade located inside the restaurant. And after about $8 spent on one of those stacker games, he won a PSP.
That's a great question. Who's my favorite? I forget. There's a lot of good characters.
Machine for just $8. Honestly, I still think it's cool. But again, that was his experience.
You know who's my favorite Hunter x Hunter? That girl with the vacuum. She's
never
hot.
had a PSP, and I wasn't particularly interested in having one back
Yo,
then.
it's a difficult
I was
question indeed.
with my Game Boys, and as
Streak!
I entered high school, I
Streak!
wasn't very interested in video
Thank you,
games in general for a
Fleeflicker!
while. Obviously,
40
that
stream
changed
streak,
since,
let's go.
well, here we are.
Look at the cute
Since the start
seal.
of the year, I've fully embraced retro gaming, and it's gone
This
from just
one,
playing
this video is just on PSP stuff. My I bought my first PSP in 2024. Okay.
Some of
Yeah,
my favorite childhood
makes a lot of
games to
sense.
playing ones
But
I never
welcome, Flea.
experienced or finished back then, and I'm slowly building a modest
Minish
retro
Cap
collection.
mentioned.
One
I
of
love
the
Minish
newest
Cap.
additions to my collection, a PSP. But honestly, not because there are any PSP games I'm particularly interested in right now, but because of its emulation capabilities.
The vacuum girl
I'm
from Hunter x Hunter,
incredibly
that's her
late to the
name.
party because even though I had no idea this was a thing until recently, people have been putting emulators on the PSP for years. And to me, there's something
You can't
really
tell.
cool about taking
You can't
a
say
handheld
that, Yuffie. You can't say that because then the Nintendo Ninja. Oh wait, no, this is PSP. Okay, I was gonna say the Nintendo Ninjas will come after them.
console like the PSP and finding new uses for it that weren't originally intended. So after learning about all this, I began the search
Birth
for my
by
first
Sleep
ever
mention.
PSP in the big
I
year
love
of
Birth by Sleep.
2024. You can find them just about anywhere: Mercari, eBay, Etsy, Amazon, DK Oldies.
Just so you guys know, I say this all the time. A good impression of my dad. He jailbreaks PSPs for fun, and that's how I've played a lot of that's how I played Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep as a kid, because he jailbroke it. I mean, he bought the games at first, but then he just basically copy and pasted the games that he had. He I think he burned some of the disc of the PSPs so I can play them too without him worrying about me destroying the original copy by accident. But then he also ended up jailbreaking them to make it easier for me to not lose stuff. That's the only reason he jailbreaked them, because he was afraid I was gonna lose the games or something. Base father, I see goated. Yeah, he likes doing that stuff for fun. It's really cute seeing Wispy and my dad bond over Doom, because they like talking about Doom mods, and it's very, I have no idea what they're saying sometimes, but it's nice to see them interact.
But after a bit of browsing, I ultimately decided to go with a quote-unquote renewed PSP 2000 from Amazon. Not because the price was good at $150, because it wasn't, but with the renewed title,
What do you
I was
mean?
hoping it'd at least
You don't
be a
want to
better
pay
condition than the
$150 for a
cheaper options I was seeing
PSP?
elsewhere, and if there were any issues, Amazon has
That's a hot
pretty
take,
hassle-free
Yuffie.
return process in my experience, so I just went for it. A few days later, my PSP arrived. It's hard to see on the camera, but the screen is a bit scratched, though that's not really
it's
the
so
biggest deal to
cute.
me since it's nothing too insane.
I want a
It's
pink
pretty minor
one.
and to be
He
expected.
only gave me,
And
he also liked to replace the shells, my dad, and he gave me a yellow one, and I'm like, God damn it. Why didn't he give me a pink one? Yellow's his favorite color.
ultimately, if I ever want to replace the screen, it
I want a
doesn't
pink
look like
one.
a super difficult process.
Green is my
There
favorite
was
color,
a
though,
little bit of
for those who
gunk
don't know.
stuck on the back, but it wasn't
But I like
anything,
pink.
disgusting
I like pink
or
stuff.
anything. It makes me wonder how thorough they were when cleaning it, but it's really not a big deal. It's very minor. This is where my PSP and experience comes into play.
Oh my,
When I
he
turn on the
did give me the
PSP,
piss
it
pee.
freezes for a bit at first at the menu.
Don't
I'm
tell
having
him I
trouble
said
finding
that.
out if this is normal, so maybe let me know in the comments if there's a fix for this or if it's just how it is. Generally speaking, though, it seems to be in pretty good shape, so now I'm
Also,
going to
she's
have
got a
some fun
base
with it.
taste in
I
music.
got a wrist strap and acrylic chow charm to decorate it a little bit.
Chow
the wrist strap is
charm!
from Amazon and the chow charm is from Etsy.
See,
I'll
this
leave
is
the
a good
links in
thing
the
to
description in
do
case anyone wants
with
them.
Mayu and
Honestly, the charm
Peapon's
is really
charms.
adorable and super high
I can put them on my
quality, so I
consoles.
definitely
I still have my
recommend it if you're into
3DS.
that kind of thing. I even realized I had this phone stand
I
lying
should probably
around
just
that's perfect
jailbreak
for
it soon, but I'm
I know, it's
afraid.
very pink. Next, it was time to install some custom firmware and get some emulators on this thing. The PSP was already updated to the software version I needed, 6.60, but I realized I forgot to buy the cable needed to do this, so we're back a few days later. I didn't
like
go
the
into this
pink
intending to make
UI.
a tutorial video, though if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. But I just thought it'd be cool to show off some of the games you can emulate on your PSP if you're as new to this as I am. I started with Mario 64, not my most favorite game,
Mario!
but I was curious. Even though I'd heard you could absolutely run it on the PSP, I was still surprised at just how well it did that. I didn't experience any lagging or performance issues at all, so I tried loading up another ROM I had already, Paper Mario 64.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did not like it. It
No!
was glitchy and laggy, and though I'm sure you could put up with that, I
Yeah, there's
personally would
definitely-
sooner just play it on something else.
Yeah.
Next was trying
There's
out
definitely
Game Boy
better
Advance
things you can
games.
play that
I
on.
also tried putting Game Boy games on it, but even
With the
after
same
trying a few different
process.
emulators, it just said corrupted data,
Without
so I'm
buying
not
it.
100% sure
Don't tell
what I messed
Nintendo.
up, but that's fine because there are plenty of awesome GBA games. I tried out Sonic Advance 2, Pokemon Emerald, and Summon Night Swordcraft Story, and all of them
Oh, I've
ran
never heard of
perfectly.
this game.
And finally, though this
Have you
is
guys
nothing
played that?
special since the PSP has built-in emulation for the
I'm
PS1,
playing Nut.
I still
Real
thought it was really
PSP
cool to
commercial.
play Rayman and Spyro on a handheld since
Hell
I've
yeah.
never done it before. There are lots of other emulators you can put on a PSP, but these were the ones I decided to try out first. I'd say with the number of games I can put on here and for the sake of collecting, it was worth getting a PSP even in 2024. Worth
Hell yeah.
$150? I could have definitely gone cheaper. For that
No,
price,
no, you're
I could
insane.
have probably just gotten a more powerful retro
That's
handheld.
cheap for a
But
PSP.
Still, this is a really
What do
cool
you mean? I'm
addition
just
to my
kidding,
little
no.
collection,
Don't
and
listen
I'll
to me.
definitely get some use out of it.
I'm
So
pretty
if you
sure my
like
dad
retro
used to get
gaming
them
and
for
you
like
can find a PSP
$50.
for a good enough price, I'd say go for it.
Especially
I know
because it's
I've
not a
really just
PS
been
Vita.
doing retrospective videos, so
Honestly, yeah. A PS Vita's worth $150 in my opinion, not a PSP. I feel like a PSP, I don't know, I've seen my dad get good ones for like $50.
far, but since I've got such a strong interest in all things retro gaming and nostalgia in general, I thought it would be fun to do all kinds of videos,
Yeah, that's
whether
valid,
tech-related
honestly.
or challenges or whatever
Don't
I
tell
can come up
Nintendo
with.
though.
So if this wasn't your cup of tea, I totally understand, and I'll definitely still do retrospectives. But if you're just generally interested in retro technology and gaming
I
like
just
me,
like
I'll
tech.
have all kinds of content
I
that
like
fits
tech.
into that theme too. But yeah, thanks
I
for
like
watching. I'll
both.
see you next time.
It's like a nut you can play with outside. I mean,
This is my Japanese flip phone, and
look
we're
at the
going to try
phone.
to turn it into a retro handheld.
It's so
Flip
cute.
phones make my heart
We
happy in a
need.
way that a smartphone.
I'm sorry, but we need to bring flip phones back. Look at them. They're so cute. We need like a real commercial, by the way. It's like a nut you could play with outside. Oh, is it? Is that a commercial? I can't. What will they do? Sue me? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. They're sending the cease and desist right now. But we need like smartphone. We need a smartphone version of the flip phone. Yeah, I know modern flip phones exist. My abuela has one. My abuela actually has, you know those like landlines for your house? I mean, if you're like a Zoomer, you probably won't. But my family had those back in the day, you know, the landlines that ring, that actually ring and they're like connected to your house. My abuela found a way, and I don't know how she did this. She found a way to connect her flip phone to her landline. So whenever her cell phone rings, the landline in her house rings too. And she can answer her cell phone and then it stops ringing. I'm like, how the fuck did she do that? I feel so dumb. I'm like, how did my abuela figure that out? That's cool though.
Never could, so
But
I
phones
decided
are
to
such
buy
a
one
vibe.
off eBay for $80.
Did y'all ever have a BlackBerry?
And I got to wondering, could
Or
I
the
put emulators
Sidekick?
on
I had the
here?
Sidekick
There's
as a
no
kid.
doubt that it'd be hard to play anything comfortably on this thing, but what I wanted to know is, can it be done anyway?
That's
I wasn't
true,
sure of the
Legion.
phone's hardware limitations,
We need the
but it was
Nokia
worth a shot,
smartphone.
right? Well,
I
to
think
put ROMs
Nokia
on the
actually
phone, all
has
you have to do
smartphones.
is
I'm not
connect
sure
it to
though.
your PC and copy the files to the phone's download folder. As far as emulators go, this phone does
Look
not
at the
have Google Play
pom-pom.
services, so
Look
I
at
had to use an
him.
alternative app
He's
store,
so
Aurora.
cute.
Of the emulators
Does this have a butthole? Yuffie, can you please turn this around for me so I can check if this pom-pom has a butthole?
available
Thanks.
to download, I picked 4 that I thought
Oh
maybe
man.
had a chance of working. I considered downloading DuckStation, but
I know
honestly
she's
worried about how much this phone
Hi
could take.
Ciro.
I
Ciro?
wasn't sure
Is it Ciro or Cyro? I am so sorry if I keep saying it wrong. You've been here so many times and I always forget. I hope you're doing good. Welcome. We had a Nokia brick. I had a Nokia, I think. I know I had a flip phone that my abuela gave me when I was little, and I used to play Castlevania on that. Why are you interested on that pom-pom's butthole? Because it would be F-tier merch if it does not have a butthole. You know, it is not good pom-pom put-in merch if it doesn't have the asterisk.
what would happen if a little flip phone like this
I-
overheated, so I decided
Indeed.
against it for now.
Average PT
First,
stream.
I tried John GBA Lite. I initially tried My Boy, but got a message on
Oh,
startup
man.
that it would not work without Google Play services, so
Oh,
John
no.
GBA it is. I loaded up Spyro Season of Ice and
Oh, that's
quickly
hard to play
realized
on.
how much of a pain it is to try and play on my flip
Like
phone.
Spyro
You need to
without
use
the
cursor
peep.
to click
It's
on the
funny you
on-screen
say that when
buttons, and
Spyro
you
is
can't
here.
simply hold it down on the D-pad to
This
move
is Spyro she's
continuously.
playing.
Nope, you need to
But hello,
repeatedly press the
welcome,
D-pad to be able to move one
Cyro.
step at a
Cyro's.
time.
Cyro
And then there's
Vox.
the issue of needing to press multiple buttons
We're
at
falling
once.
back
I think so
asleep.
far, as far as GBA
Well, these are
goes, the
comfy
best bet
videos,
is to
so
play
it makes
something
sense.
like Pokemon, where, at least to my memory, you won't really need to press multiple buttons at once, though it would still be incredibly
Also, what a
tedious.
nice youth
I
net
did
vid.
try
Yeah, we're
connecting a
binging her
Bluetooth
videos
controller
today.
off-camera since the phone can
Please
use
follow
Bluetooth,
her if
but
you
it
don't.
sadly
I
did
have
not work.
let me see.
However, the
Okay,
point
I
is
don't
it's
have her
pretty
stuff on
cool
my
you can put
clipboard.
a retro game on a flip phone, period,
Let me copy and
so I'm
paste
happy so far
this video.
regardless. Next, I
She's
decided
in the
to load
title.
up RetroArch, but it
Already
unfortunately
do
got stuck somewhere
based.
in the
Good.
process, so it seems that's
Please
a no-go on
support
this
the
phone.
original
And
video.
for the Fullroid
Like,
emulator, it simply would not allow me to hit the select button in order
comment.
to open a ROM, so
I'm
RIP.
just gonna comment
Okay,
seal
well,
emojis
what about Drastic, a DS
because I don't
emulator?
know what to say.
Well, it does open at least. When I was copying ROMs to the phone,
There you
I
go.
threw Cooking Mama and Professor Layton on there.
Cooking Mama.
And, well, it's
Have you
pretty
guys played
clear to me
Cooking
now
Mama?
that Cooking Mama is a lost cause.
I only played
But
the
maybe
Wii
Layton would work.
version.
Well, using the cursor in place of a DS stylus is actually pretty impossible.
That
No
is
matter
impossible.
how I try and cheese it, it just won't work properly. The emulator
Good old
works,
seal
and the game
emojis,
runs,
yes.
but good luck for any sections of a game that would require the use of the
Like and
stylus.
subscribe.
So
Exactly.
basically, if for some reason you had a Japanese flip phone and wanted to game
It's
on
so
it,
cute.
you absolutely could. But your options would be pretty limited to
Digno.
something like Pokemon,
That's what that
where
flip
the
phone's
controls
called.
are very simple. It'll still be annoying,
Digno.
but I don't know, some crazy part of me wants to challenge myself to a Gen 3 run using only this phone to see how
Do
long
it.
it takes me.
Do a
Anyway,
stream of
off
it.
script for a moment, I just wanted to
She
thank
should
you
do a
guys so
hand
much
cam
for the
stream of
support,
it.
especially on my last video. I mean, some
That'd be
of the
funny.
attention was negative. Why didn't you get a PS Vita? Why didn't you get a Steam Deck? That kind of thing. But for the most part, you guys are super, super cool.
Okay, for
and I
those,
really
oh my god, I just noticed she has a little heart piercing in her ear right here. That is so cute. I use Paint Tool Sci for art. I did buy Clip Studio Paint recently. I have not, like, my brain has not been ready to move to it yet though. But I've been using Paint Tool Sci for years. I was gonna say something. Oh, for anyone who's complaining to her, being like, buy this mainstream console and review that. Let her review her niche tech. Oh my god. I like that she's reviewing something so, like, obscure, you know?
appreciate everybody just like taking the time to watch my content, and yeah, it means a lot. Thanks to you guys, the channel is now fully monetized, which I did not ever think would happen, so thank you. And thank you to
Yippee.
my channel members. You guys are awesome.
Paint Tool Sci, I
But
have it
yeah,
as well.
thanks again for watching.
Though I haven't used it yet.
Next time you see me,
I
I'll be
can't
back with the
say I
Sonic
recommend
challenge
it, to be
video I've been
honest.
talking about, the 24
It is like an
hour Sonic
addiction. It
challenge
is a
video
crutch.
that I'm still working on slowly.
The main thing
But
I
yeah,
don't
thank
like
you
about
guys
Paint
so
Tool
much,
Sci,
and I will see you next time. Bye.
the main thing I don't like Paint Tool Sci for is that I can't record time lapses properly. I have to use the Windows record button feature to
This is my
record the
Japanese flip
canvas.
phone again, and in my last video,
And don't
I tried
ask if I
turning
can
it
do it
into
on
a retro
OBS. No,
handheld,
I'm streaming right
and
now.
it
No.
worked, kind
I
of,
want to
but it
record
was
the
way too
canvas
difficult to
itself right
use
here.
since control settings on the
Actually, wait,
emulators
you
I
guys can't see
downloaded
that.
just didn't work. So I was
This
stuck using
canvas.
a
I want to
cursor
record
press
this.
each
That's
button
really it.
instead of using the
Not the
keys, which would be
Windows.
way more comfortable. I had given up initially, thinking the several emulators I tried were representative
I'm mostly
of how
pixel and
anything would
traditional
work on this
artist.
phone.
Oh,
But
I
I got a
see.
little inspired in my downtime and thought I would try a few
I've
more.
done
The
traditional art
first few were
before.
duds, but
It's
then I
mostly on my
loaded up
Instagram
Plastic
though.
One Lite, which has several
It's like a
emulator
graveyard
options
for
like
my
PS1,
traditional art for
N64,
Instagram.
Sega Genesis, and GBA. I was most interested in GBA since I still thought Pokemon or similar games
Oh, she's
were
doing it
working most
again.
doable on this phone, even if
This
you couldn't
video
map
is
the keys.
a
That was
part
the
2.
question. Would it let me map the keys? Because every emulator I had tried before this just wouldn't. Well,
Oh
to my
man, how would
surprise,
you
the
play
answer
this?
is yes. Finally, I found an emulator that would work well enough on this phone to actually let me do this. So I got started
Hell
mapping
yeah.
the controls. I couldn't map the directional thing, I'm not sure what to call it. I couldn't map the thing that was controlling the cursor on the phone. It wouldn't recognize
I think
it
it's
as
just
input,
cursor.
It'd just move the cursor around.
Isn't it
But
just
that's
cursor?
fine, you can just map the controls to the other keys. I mapped it how I thought it would be most
Honestly, a
comfortable to
phone with a
play
mouse
and gave
cursor
it a
is
shot.
cute.
I
You
was
guys
incredibly
know.
pleased to find
You guys know you could put a mouse cursor on any smartphone, right? When my phone broke this semester, because my phone like dropped on the floor, it cracked on one side, and then the bottom of the phone just wouldn't work, so the touchscreen features wouldn't work anymore. And one of Wispy's life hacks turnarounds he was trying to do to fix it was by plugging in a keyboard to the phone. He has like this little keyboard that plugs in through the USB. It almost worked. It didn't work though. It almost worked, but it was like stuck. Like not only was the screen broken, it was also stuck. OTG cable, if I remember correctly. I see. Emulator on Android. Oh, I see, I
You
see.
can hold down the keys mapped to the D-pad now instead of having to repeatedly press them in
That
order
looks
to move,
hard.
which is a huge
That also
improvement.
seems
The only
frustrating
thing
to have
is,
so
in
much
order
like
to load a
screen real
save
estate
file,
not
you need to pay for
used.
the full version of the app, which would be fine if it'd, you know, let me do it. I just get an error message anytime I try and purchase it. There's nowhere to
No.
put payment info, and this phone doesn't have a wallet. I tried to see if there was a way to cheese it. On this phone, you need to force stop the app each time if you don't
Oh
want it running in
no.
the background. So what if I just didn't do that?
She's
Would
got
I be
blue
able to
sky on
open
that
it up to
phone.
where I left off? Nope. I'm new to Android, so I'm not sure if this is possible, but say you had Aurora or any app store this flip phone can use on an Android smartphone, could you pay for it on that phone and then download the paid version onto the flip phone using the same account? I get the feeling there's something that just wouldn't work with that idea, but I don't know enough about Androids to be sure, so let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. But yeah, unless there's a workaround I'm not really sure of, you'll need to beat your games in one sitting. But that's fine, because I think this will make a really fun challenge after all. So I'll be cooking up a challenge video where I beat Pokemon Emerald on my flip phone in one sitting sometime in the future. Also, remember when I said I was worried about this phone being able to play something like a PS1 game?
Uh-oh.
Well, I decided to just go for
Oh, she did it.
and PS1 games will in fact run on the Kyocera 902KC just
One
fine.
sitting.
I just can't say I
Jeez,
recommend playing
yes.
anything where you need to press more than a few buttons overall.
I think we could
or
finish her
even press
videos in
multiple
one
buttons
stream
at
too.
once.
She has
I
like
think ultimately it'd be
24
really
10-minute
annoying even if
videos
it
on
is
her
pretty
YouTube
cool,
channel.
But I mean, what matters
Hi
is
Ashley,
you could do it
welcome.
if you wanted. As far as that issue goes, for good measure, even
Oh,
though
look at that
connecting a
controller, it's
through
pink.
Bluetooth didn't work before,
I don't know,
connected one via a
pink stuff makes me
USB-C to
smile,
USB-C
okay?
cable I bought on the
Look at this boy. Look at this rounds feel right here.
off
Good
chance it
morning.
had any way of working for games with more complex controls. Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Oh
I tried
no.
to find any way to get the phone to
He's
recognize
so
that something was
round.
plugged in, but it just wouldn't.
That sums up to 4
I checked the
hours-ish?
phone
Yeah.
settings, checked the emulator
I think we could
settings,
finish
and nothing
the
worked.
Yuffie
But
videos
I
in
guess
one
that's
sitting.
fine. A controller would kind of defeat the whole purpose anyway. So yeah, even though
I still
recently
haven't watched
uploaded
her
the
newest
last
video.
I just wanted to do an
I was
update
saving
video
it for this
since I was really
stream.
excited about it and wanted to share it with you guys. I am going to be trying to upload more consistently now since I've got a lot of ideas at the moment, from retro tech boxings to
Hell
retro
yeah.
game challenges to weird
I wish
stuff
I
like
had
this.
ideas for
So
YouTube.
wish me luck on balancing both streams
I've had
and
ideas for
YouTube,
speed
since I'm
paints and
kinda still
stuff, but then
figuring
I
out
like
how to do
fall
them.
off and
But
get
yeah,
discouraged
anyway, thank you
for
all for
no
watching,
reason
and
whatsoever.
thank you to my channel members for the support, and welcome to all my new subscribers since there's been a lot of you recently. I'll see you guys again soon.
Mainly because my
and
videos will have my
bye.
opinions. And a lot of people don't like my opinions. But then again, I shouldn't give a shit. It's always about finding the audience that's for you, you know?
I love collecting retro stuff. It doesn't matter if
Good.
it's virtually
Look at
useless.
the Game Boy. Oh my god. Look at... She's got a... What is this? It looks so old. Also, ads in 5 minutes. This is a 6-minute video, so I can finish this video. I could probably... Actually, do you guys just want me to put the ads in right now? Oh, I want that laptop. It's so cute. There was this Mac laptop that I saw. Yeah, okay. For those who are not subbed, I'm going to yeet you into 3 minutes of ads real quick. The video is paused, so you're not going to miss anything. Do not worry. Do not worry. I'll be right back in 3 minutes. Utilize this time to go stretch, go pee pee poo poo, go get a drink of water, go hydrate, go get a snack. Yeah. There we go. I put the ads on now. Get it over with. I'm in an ad-free region. Well, I am pausing the video for those who want to, what's the word? Oh my god, look at Pom Pom. Look at the cyber shot. Look at this camera she's got. Jingle's keys. Look. Don't worry about me pausing the video for the ad people. For the people stuck in ads. Stinky ads. What else was I gonna say? Ads. Ads. There you go. Ads. People go stretch and drink water. Hi, UV Rager. Welcome. Hello. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. I apologize. You're probably stuck in out of hell now. But look at the pom-pom. I'm still wondering if it has a butthole. You know what? Here's what we can do while we're in ad hell, Sea Angels. I can comment asking her to turn that pom-pom around so I can see its butthole. Turn that Pom. I want to see if it has a butthole. Oh, you guys can barely see what I'm doing. Here you go. Here's the comment I'm giving her for this video. Oh my god, I have so much stuff on my OBS. Turn that pom-pom around. I want to see if it has a butthole. No. No. Imagine she goes to read like her new comments and she just sees me like commenting on every video and then sees that one. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Like, actually, I should put dog emojis instead of yellow hearts, right? Put dog emojis. Wow. Also, friendly reminder, if none of you have voted in the Onyx Awards yet, please do so. I have a form on the pinned message with suggestions on what VTubers to recommend. In case your mind goes blank for certain categories, I did research. I did lots of research, even though I was supposed to be doing my homework. But I got so fixated. I had like so many ideas for who I wanted to be in what category, and I needed to share it. That's partially also why I did that. It wasn't just because I was being nice. I just have a hyperfixation to be organized. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? I'm sure Yuffie knows what I mean, right?
It doesn't
Wait,
matter.
we have 8 seconds. Oops. I was like here being like, oh, add help. Since it's about to end, let me repost my going live notif. Let me do that. I should have probably went to go pee during that instead of commenting on the video. Hello, welcome back from Ad Hell. For those who are maybe just joining, maybe for the first time, I am Peachael the Seraphim, banished VTuber. I do arte play games. We're watching Yuffie.net today, or youth.net on YouTube. She does a lot of reviews and retrospectives on retro games and consoles and technology in general. I need to study for my own graduation. I haven't done it myself, so I feel you. Oh, don't worry. I don't have to go that badly. I will definitely go next ad break. I did forget water. Oh no, there's water in front of me.
If it's
I will
virtually
hydrate.
Useless, like this pink MSI
Back to the
notebook I
video.
bought off eBay at 4 a.m. Unboxing coming soon. I just enjoy having these things. I get to smile when I look at them and feel that sweet, sweet
Loki.
nostalgia before continuing on with the rest of my day.
Is that what
I guess
Loki's
it's not
about?
really a problem until you get to the cost of some of these collectibles. After all, who in their right mind would spend hundreds to thousands of dollars on outdated technology?
Oh man.
To a lot of people,
what was that? Wait, I'm sorry. I need to see that. Oh, this is a Tails. This is a Tails GameCube. Okay, look. My only exposure to the Tails series was Tales of Vesperia, because my dad had it and he gave me all of his retro games and he said, "Here, go sell this. This will pay for your college tuition." He bought Devil May Cry. He bought the first Devil May Cry 3 times, and people be selling that for like the same price, $739. I know, right? But the Tales of Vesperia game that he gave me, it went for like $300 on eBay. But I was like 18, and I couldn't be asked to figure out how eBay works, so I gave it to GameStop for $60. I'm sorry, I did it. I was one of those people.
Would spend hundreds to thousands of dollars on outdated technology. To a lot of people, this would seem like a total waste of money.
Damn.
To me, it would be.
You're stupid,
if
Peachy.
I had hundreds
I
to
know.
thousands to spend on a regular basis, that is.
God damn it, Peachy.
But at least in the meantime, I've compiled a list of retro holy grails I'd love to own one day
The
when I've got the
stonks.
cash, and today I thought it'd be cool to go over my top 5. Make sure to let me know in the comments what yours are, and I guess let's start with number 5.
Number 5.
I already ordered the Hello Kitty Game Boy Color, so
Nice.
next on my wish list is the Cardcaptor Sakura.
Cute.
When I was a kid, I really liked Cardcaptor Sakura.
I never
or
watched
at least
this.
the 4Kids version I could watch on
A
TV.
lot of people think I watched this and that my character is based on it. No. Also, I want to change models.
And the first
Do you guys
game
want to do numero? I was thinking numero cinco. Do you guys want to do model gacha for the next hour stream? I'm gonna change my model. Let's do this. I can see the comparison. Yeah, a lot of people I like the card captor Sakura aesthetic. That is not the right wheel. This is the right wheel. For those who don't know, I have a variety of models. Let's see which one we use for the next hour of stream. Let's see. Wheel of Peach. I'm sorry, I keep pausing for nonsense. I apologize. I apologize. That's just me. That's just me. I like getting sidetracked. Here you go. Let's see. Let's do gotcha. Which one will we use? Don't you fucking land on the Cedrian. We're gonna pretend it landed on the chinchilla. It landed on the chinchilla. It landed on the chinchilla. Let me put the video back on while I change.
Groovy is one of my favorite
Look
Japanese
at
songs ever.
Kuro.
So I think it'd be
So
awesome
cute.
to own a Cardcaptor Sakura
I only
console
watched
one day.
Cardcaptor Sakura as an
These Game Boy
adult.
colors get pretty expensive.
You know what I
In
did
poor
watch?
condition where the plastic is yellowed,
Oh,
they'll cost
Jomajo
around
Doremi.
$200. I did find a few listings for
I love
sets
Doremi.
sealed in the plastic, and they were between $700
Let's
and
use the
$900,
chinchilla.
and honestly, I think that's the route I would go if I were to buy one.
Artiste.
Actually, I think wherever possible from
Pikachu.
now on, I prefer my collectibles in the box
It's
unless the price
Pikachu.
is completely out of this world. Not because I'm the kind of person that wants everything perfectly
Clear Case
preserved.
Action
I
52
just
is a
think it's
very
way cooler
expensive
when you have
game.
the
Retail
original
has
packaging.
200 bucks.
It's low on the list because
Somewhere
I
in the
can't
high
just buy
thousands, I
games
think. Oh,
with
hell
color,
yeah.
But it's definitely still a must-have
What's the
for
point
me.
of that wheel then? Look, I don't want to
Digital
spin it
cameras are
twice.
making a comeback, it seems,
I
and
just
I'm
go
here
to
for
what
it.
it's closest to.
There's
What's
something
close to
about
the
the picture
chinchilla.
quality that has kind of a dreamy aesthetic look, and somehow they make taking
Slash silly.
pictures feel
Thank
more
you.
special than if you used your phone. Not sure why that is.
Bucks, not
Maybe
bugs.
because you're being more mindful about what you're photographing? Well,
Hippo.
even though I have an old Sony Cybershot, which
Cute.
barely works, I've got my eye on the Samsung
I recognize that
MV900F.
YouTuber. Hello,
It's not
Inktition.
super ret-
Inktition, are your accounts hacked? Cause you came out on a, should I ban you here? Cause oh, okay. Oops, I clicked on Inktition's name. Cause I had to ban you from Discord because you were advertising your comms in my general chat. And I'm like, this isn't how Inktition acts usually.
retro
So
games
yeah,
from
I don't know. Don't do
2012,
that.
But to start,
If that was you, don't do
2012
that.
was a pretty good year that I look back fondly on, and I mean, it is 12 going on 13 years outdated, so.
But also,
kinda
welcome.
Retro, it's fine. What's great about it is the screen can flip over so you can record or take photos of yourself more easily. I think it'd be so cool to do a video just spinning a
I was at a baked moment in time. All right. You're staying banned. You're staying banned in my Discord. Yeah. Being high is not an excuse. Being high is not an excuse for breaking my rules. Don't advertise your comms in my general chat. I was like, this doesn't even look like your account. That's why I was like so sus of it. Because I'm like, weren't you in another Discord server that I know?
day with an old camera like that, kinda like a vlog, and that would make it so much easier. Because I want the pink one, it's sadly going to be pricier than the other options, at least by a bit.
I need to screenshot
because
that.
I don't know why. The pink MV900F goes for at least around $300,
Well,
but
no,
often
not
more
the
than that.
thighs.
Though I guess that makes some sense. It's old but not
Hammer
super old,
moments?
so it's not
Yes,
totally
pretty
obsolete.
much.
But I still don't understand why pink things are more
Baked.
expensive, even in the case where they're not limited edition. It might be a while before I
Oh,
start
shit.
looking to buy this, since
Okay,
think
I
I'll
thought
do a
the
fair
video
amount of
paused because
videos
I was
where camera
using
wasn't
the
needed.
sniping
I think
tool.
it'd be better to save for
I mean,
at least a more
snipping tool.
fancy one that would improve the video quality from my iPhone camera. So that will be coming first. There are two
Pink
PlayStation 2s.
PlayStation.
One is the Sakura edition, and one is pink. Like
Pink.
the box says pink in this fancy font. I like
Pink.
the second one because there's something about it that looks like literal candy. A forbidden snack, if you will. Also,
The
shade of
pink
pink is
You're
just way
so
better.
right, Vakeless.
Pricing is really gonna vary
For those
a
who don't
lot.
for those who don't know, that's an actual thing. I think it's mostly in America, isn't it? Where like period pads, razor blades, all for women, they're all like extra expensive because we hate women, I guess, right? Is my incel count going up?
Does it have the pink memory card? Does it have the box? And some
That
versions
was
appear
cute.
to
Look at
come
that
with a Kindle
bag.
messenger bag.
Look at the
Depending on what
bag.
you're wanting in that regard, prices will start close
Yeah,
to
she's got all
$300.
the consoles. She does
Personally, I definitely want the
retrospectives.
bag and original pink memory card included, in which case it's looking like triple the price. Pain.
I'm more of a purple and blue
I'll be
boyo.
honest, I haven't played
Pinks are
thousands of
cutesy.
hours of Animal Crossing like some people.
I'm more of
but
a
I still
green
find the games
person.
enjoyable
I like
and
green.
incredibly cute, especially New Leaf. And the limited
That
edition
pink
Animal Crossing
S2 kind of
consoles
fresh.
are
Hell yeah.
expectedly also incredibly cute. My absolute favorite aesthetically is the Animal Crossing 2DS XL. I absolutely love how the shell design imitates stitched leather, and the color combo of cream and mint green is beautiful.
Ah, so
As
cute.
cute as the Animal Crossing 3DS
I've always wanted the
this blows
Majora's
it out of
Mask
the water.
DS.
As far as I can find, these were never released in North America.
Pink is so
but there are
expensive when you buy it,
Japanese,
yet you tell
European,
someone
and maybe Australian
you sell.
versions, but mostly.
Pink is so expensive when you buy. When you try to sell someone pancreas, they try to lowball you. Hello, Seraphim ZUV. Welcome. I hope you're doing good. What a message to enter stream with. Now she lost me with what? She lost you with Animal Crossing? I love Animal Crossing.
What you'll find on eBay will be
Challenge me
coming
in
from
green
Japan.
mode.
I found one new unboxed for over $1,600, which is a lot, of course. But there was a second one from a different seller for around $600, which is obviously much better.
I read that and
However,
I'm
it's also
appalled.
important to take these sellers' rating into account.
Sarah
So, new
Ventius is
unboxed,
right.
It's kind of all over the place for the few I was able
It's
to
the
find.
color.
If you buy it used, it seems to
You don't
usually
like
go for
this
close to
Animal
400,
Crossing
give or take,
green?
depending on if it has the box
It's very cute.
specifications like and so on. I'd love to
F
save up all the time
taste.
to buy one of these, and there will definitely be an unboxing when it happens.
I will
This was my
hydrate.
first
Thank you, thank
console
you.
That didn't just belong to my
Sonic!
parents, it was mine and my
So-
siblings'
Sonic!
Christmas gift in 2001. Even the first games
I know
I
that
played
ad's
for it have
real,
stuck with me
isn't it?
throughout the years. Sonic Adventure, Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future, and Shining Force.
From
which
far
was
away,
honestly
it's
kind of a
alright, I
Genesis
guess.
collection thing.
What's
So
the
Dreamcast holds a very special
what's the
place in my
worst
heart, and for
DS
that reason, it
skin?
takes the spot of my #1 retro Holy
I don't know.
Grail. I think it's pretty
That's a
obvious
great
by
question.
now that in addition to retro gaming and tech, I also like things that are cute and often
I
pink.
can't say it's
That's
the
where
Animal
the Hello
Crossing
Kitty
one though.
Dreamcast comes in. It comes in pink and a
It's not
tealish
that
color,
bad.
comes with a matching keyboard and VMU, and they're super
Oh.
easy to find complete
Oh.
in box. I'd want it in
Hello
a box
Kitty
with all accessories,
Dreamcast.
which would be at least about $500. And I kind of want
I also
both
said
colors
Mario
since they
Maker, but
both
I'm
look really
wrong.
good. Obviously,
Is there a
that's lot
Mario
of
Maker
money,
DS?
But at least my goal is to save up for the pink one soon, and the teal one can come later. Also, with the
Hell yeah.
Dreamcasts, and to be honest, everything on this list, there comes the issue of space. My apartment isn't super small really, but I definitely need to downsize some things to make room for all these collectibles.
Yeah,
And another reason to just start with the one Dreamcast.
I can get that,
Anyway,
youth.
thank you all for watching, and thank you to my
You always
members
want to
for the
buy all
support,
these
and
things.
thank you for 15,000
Money's not the
subscribers.
issue,
This
it's
is
always
only my
space.
10th video, I think, so it's crazy that the channel
You don't
has
want to
already
be
come
buying
this
all these
far.
things
You
and
guys are
then have
awesome,
nowhere to
and
put
I
them.
promise I'm not biased just because you subbed to my channel. But yeah, thanks for watching.
We all know
and
Pokemon
I'll see
Red
you
and
next
Blue is
time.
not the worst, right? I never said that. I never said that, but I'm not a Gen 1er either. I'm not gonna say that like the old
I
Pokemon
had a
is the
core
best.
memory unlocked. The other day, I was scrolling through YouTube and saw a video about the Video Now, that portable video thing from the 2000s that you
What
could
is
watch
that?
a bunch of Nickelodeon shows on. These days,
I hacked myself into a GBA.
it would be almost painful.
I have come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. I mean a 3DS skin. Oh, okay, I see. There's always a place to put them if you violate the sanctity of the floor. Hell no, I have a cat. She will throw up on that.
To watch anything this way. The sound and video quality were,
It's so
well,
crunchy.
awful, but back then it was
So
very,
crunchy.
very cool, and if you're into retro stuff like I am, even today there's a certain charm to this kind of outdated, suboptimal viewing experience. Anyway, my mind got to wandering like it usually does at like 3 in the morning, and I got
Oh boy,
curious.
3 a.m.
Could I put my YouTube videos on the Video Now? Yuffie, this is supposed to be a video about the Game Boy Advance.
Who made her that? I want to talk to this artist. I need to make one. I need one for me.
I know, I'll get there in like 2
Yuffie.
seconds. I did a little detective work, and by
It's
that
so
I mean
silly,
I
it's
did a
cute.
couple of Google searches, and yeah, you can
Extra
create your own
cat-coded
DVDs
decoration.
or
Hell
personal
no.
video discs to use with
I'm
your
not
Video Now.
decorating
But
retro
I mean,
consoles
I
in
need
cat
to buy
vomit.
Video Now, and I need the kit that allows you to burn your own
Is that what that
PVDs.
thing is? That's what that thing that she's reviewing is? It's a the Media Wizard. I feel like I've heard of that before. I've had those I had those like little players that you put the little disc in and you could have those in the car. Is that the same thing? Actually, indeed.
And I need an external disk drive.
Oh no,
and
you need a disk
honestly, that
drive?
just didn't seem that worth it. Man, if only
Hell
I
no.
had another piece of tech from the 2000s that was widely owned and beloved by many, and was capable of doing pretty much
The
same
Sony
thing
one?
as the Video Now. Oh yeah. Ta-da! Enter the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, A
In
Game
one
Boy.
of my live streams recently,
Okay.
my chat brought up the subject of those GBA video cartridges that you could plug into your GBA and watch Pokemon or Sonic X, for
Oh, did
instance.
y'all have these? Did y'all have these as a kid? I had the I think I had the Shrek one. I also oh, hi Chael, welcome. We're watching retro videos today. You guys know those little Game Boy cartridges that will play an episode of like SpongeBob or Pokemon or something? I had the Ed, Ed and Eddie one. Ed, Ed and Eddie. Dun dun da da.
Before then, I hadn't even known these existed.
I think I also had a
I mean,
Shrek
When I
one.
was younger, I just used my Game Boy Advance for games, so it wasn't something that I knew much about.
No,
but
I'm
I wanted to
sorry,
know if it
Priv
was
B.
possible
That's
to put my videos
I
in a
feel
Game Boy
bad now.
Advance. I already had an easy
I
flash
mean,
card.
honestly, you get the same experience. You get the same experience just fucking pirating it though. Like these Game Boy cartridges, the charm about them is that the episode comes out super crappy. Super bad video quality. Oh yeah, the Sonic X one. I found that one recently in a retro game store. Easy Flash Definitive Edition. Oh, I
Flying
see.
around, which you can use along with a micro
I had a
SD
Game
card
Boy
to store and
that
play
was full of
ROMs.
pirated
So
games
all
came
I
that way.
needed to
Don't tell
know was
Nintendo.
if I could make the video files
Hell yeah, you're a
compatible
pirate.
and how I would do that. Well, as it turns out, you can, and it's actually
Ooh,
very, very
baby!
easy. Very quickly,
That's what I'm talking
before
about.
I get into that, the channel is almost at 20,000 subscribers, so if you enjoy the video,
Subscribe.
it would mean a lot if you consider
Subscribe to
subscribing.
Yuffie.
Okay, thank you. I'm done. Wow, I'm bad at this.
Here you
Anyway,
go.
all it took me
Here you
was a
go,
little
Yuffie.
Google search, and there are
One
multiple
moment.
resources for how to put your
Let
video
me-
files onto a GBA
For those just
cartridge.
joining,
So am I the first
subscribe
to
to
ask
this
question?
person.
Of course not.
This is who we're
But I
watching.
think it's really cool, and maybe
Like
some
and
of you will
subscribe the
too,
video.
So here's how you do it.
I need to
Basically,
comment.
to start, you'll want to take an MP4 video and convert it to an AV video.
I'm gonna
There
comment a
was
seal
forum post
emoji
I
again.
found that provided a link to an online converter
Seal.
and everything else you'll need, so I'll link that
Love
post
the
in
seal.
description. From what I can see, you'll
There
be
you
best
go.
off using this particular converter as it has formatting options for consoles.
I did that to somebody
I
and
tried a
they
different converter out of
I commented emojis on someone's videos to help boost them in the algorithm because they put in my promo chat in my server and they got mad at me. They were like, "Oh, thanks for watching the video, I guess." I'm like, I just wanted to boost you in the algorithm. I didn't really have anything to say. I'm sorry. I don't always have things to say, even though I watch the video and I forget to how to put it in words and type it. And I'm like, God damn, imagine getting mad at someone for commenting, for trying to boost you in the algorithm. God. Yo. Whole country here is unintentionally pirates. Oh, damn.
Curiosity with no luck, so I'd just recommend using this one. You'll then use software called Mateo. Hopefully
Amy.
I pronounced that correctly.
It's
Again, linked
Amy.
in the post in the description, and this is what you'll
I
use
recognize.
to convert your AV video into a GBA ROM. There are a handful of
If I don't have
settings
much to
mess
say, I just
around
put
with
hearts.
here, but
Exactly.
thankfully, the creator of
Support
that
your
blessed forum
creators, even
post
though you don't have
included
something to
some
say.
recommended settings depending on how long your video is. The longer your video, the more you'll need
That's
to compress
stupid
it
in a
because the raw
way.
file cannot
I didn't
go
want to be
over
too
32
mean. It's like, I get
megabytes.
it. They wanted
I
to
did
actually
not need
talk to
follow
someone
the
about
last step
the
of guide,
subject
which
they were
uses a
talking about.
program called GBA Fix, which I honestly kind of
I
forgot
think it was
about
like a
anyway,
Sonic Advance
as
review
I simply
video.
was able
And I
to
didn't really
transfer
have
the
much of
ROM
my own
onto my
opinions
micro
to
SD
say.
card, which would then
So
go in my Easy
I
Flash
just commented
cartridge,
like
which
blue
would then go
hearts
into my
instead and they got
GBA,
mad at me.
and this is the result.
Or they seem mad at me.
have a problem. I love collecting retro stuff. It doesn't
She
matter
put...
if it's visual.
Wait. Oh, she did. Okay, she literally did what she said, guys. She hacked herself into a GBA. She put one of her YouTube videos on the cartridge. That is so based. See, Angel, should I do this with one of my VODs? Do you guys have a Steam Deck? For whoever has a Steam Deck, you guys know how you can put the custom startup? Someone put all of the Shrek movie in their custom startup in the Steam Deck. Do it. Should I put my Sonato speed paint in one of these? I have a lot of Sonato time lapses and clips and shorts where I talk about Sonato and how much I love them. Should I put that in there? If I don't have much to say, the sun's gonna fall 1st of August 2066. No, don't do that. It's so cute.
Now you can watch UFNet from the comfort of
Not
your
the
Game Boy
dab.
Advance. Why would you want to do that?
Not the dab.
Don't know. The audio quality is
How do I
incredibly
buy
bad,
one?
and depending on the compression needed
She should sell this as merch, to be honest. I would buy it. I would literally buy it and open it on stream.
the video will be nearly unwatchable.
If it has art of her
but
on the
still,
cartridge.
it's cool that you could do it if you wanted. Again, I'm not the first person to do this type of thing, but it was still really fun to learn about and do a video on.
I like those custom
That's what I
startups on the
think is
Steam
great
Deck,
about
but they
making
break
YouTube
after a while and
videos,
slow
for
down
me
startups
anyway.
in sleep
You can
mode.
share your
Oh damn, I
experiences,
didn't know
even if
that.
they've been had before, but still add your
Wispy,
own
I think,
personal
has a
touch.
GameCube
So,
one,
yeah,
or a
here we
Pikmin
are.
one.
Again, I'll link that post in the description, and shout out to the person who wrote it for putting it together
I
with
feel...
the download links and video
Is that
settings, because
lost?
it would have been a lot more difficult to
That's
figure out without
lost!
it. But yeah,
I fell
if you'd
for
like to
it.
give this a try, definitely take a look. Thank you very,
I
very much
fell
for
for it.
watching. A big thank you to my channel members, and a big thank you also to these really cool people that contributed to my subathon over on Twitch. I really appreciate all the
Nice.
support from everyone, so yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.
Cute seal,
Bye!
cute seal. Love the seal. Love the seal. What's the next one? I think it's the camcorder one. Is it?
When I was a kid, video games were magical, and every moment I spent playing.
This one is titled When Video Games Don't Feel Fun Anymore. And also Rox's. I think my summer vacation is over.
One felt special, but now, all these years later, things feel different. I can confidently say I do enjoy games, otherwise I wouldn't play them, but I can also confidently say there's often something missing, and sometimes that feeling of enjoyment wavers. Even when I play retro games from my childhood, I don't quite feel the same as I did back then, so as a heads up, this video isn't really an argument of video games were just better back in my day, even if they low-key were in some cases.
Old man yells at
In
Cloud.
the past for an explanation for this feeling, hoping for some kind of insight, I've seen some just call it an issue of nostalgia. That in your memory, those moments seem much more fun than they actually were. But I like to think that that's not the case, at least not entirely.
Back in my day, we didn't have the Swift Sail and Wind Waker.
To believe is one that doesn't discredit the legitimacy of my past experiences and feelings. When we were younger and just discovering video games for the first time, they were new and unfamiliar.
I just realized the background music's a lo-fi version of Cityscape, and I vibe with that. Also, I have bought Spider-Man Web of Shadows, for those who don't know. So look out for those streams, but I have to draw a PNG model for it first. I want to play retro Spider-Man games, because they look so interesting. Especially the ones with Venom.
Special. We were also less judgmental, less cynical, and therefore less difficult to please. We were more playful and creative and could create new ways to enjoy games on a whim without much thought. But as you grow up, you naturally tend to become more burdened by, well, life. You become more stressed out, you have less free time, or at least it feels like it. Many mental illnesses like depression can present themselves as we enter adolescence and adulthood, resulting in loss of interest in the things we enjoy the most. And even if you're an optimist like me, it's kind of impossible to match the positivity of your kid self when you've now got to deal with all of these things basically every day. So as an adult, this all can make
I forgot to bring food gummy.
Again, there's the argument of
I had all the retro Spider-Man games come with me, my childhood PC. I'm gonna drink instead, because I forgot fruit gummy. I'm gonna get it during the next ad break.
And on a more obvious note, in the case of having played a game countless times through the
Why
years,
you crying,
it really
Vanquish?
just makes sense that it would lose that
Is this video too relatable?
So what can we do? How can we feel excited and alive like we did when we sailed the seas in Wind Waker for the first time, or when we first discovered
Not
Pokemon,
have the Swift Sail, I guess.
the other games we grew to love? Well, I think short of ditching all of your responsibilities and reversing decades of emotional and psychological development, there's
I still have some retro consoles.
Fully bring back that
what retro consoles do y'all have? Also, is this Spider-Man again? Oh, this is a different outfit for Peter. Oh man, I relate too much. Oh man. The only retro console, I feel like the only technically retro consoles I have are my GameCube and my Wii. And I don't even use my Wii anymore. I use my Wii U instead, especially for streaming. I totally have paid for all the games that I play. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Twilight Princess again at the same time. I totally paid a scalper like $150 for Twilight Princess. Yes, yes. Twilight Princess HD, actually. So I'm Unk. Indeed. But for those just joining, we're watching YouthNet today. She is a Seal VTuber that we rated before, and she has a lot of very comfy YouTube videos on retro consoles that I stumbled upon like 2 months ago or something. She's very cool. She has a lot of good stuff to say, a lot of good tech to review. It's not just about retro gaming. We didn't buy consoles, just Sega Saturn, PS2, Xbox 360. My family had a PS1, PS2, and PS3. And then they also had a N64. They also had a Xbox and the Xbox 360. I didn't get to play much of those because they were afraid I was gonna break in. Honestly, they were right. Because when I finally played Kingdom Hearts on the PS2, I played Kingdom Hearts. I got to Kingdom Hearts 2, right? You play fighting games? Oh, you're not asking me. It's okay. When I finally played Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2, for no reason whatsoever, when I got to Beast's Castle in the game, my PS2 just had the black screen when it was loading for like 20 minutes. And then I bought the game all over again on eBay to see if there was something wrong with the disc because other games played on that console. And then when I loaded the new Kingdom Hearts 2 game on it, it still did the same shit. So I'm like, oh my god, it's just this game that it hates. Okay. Alright, I guess. I used to back in the day, not so much. Oh, okay.
Of wonder you had in the past. But there are most definitely ways to get excited about
I've
games
only
again,
ever
even
played
if you've played
Smash.
them a dozen times before,
That's the only
and
fighting
despite
game I
life
play.
being a million times more difficult as an adult. So I'd like to share a few of the things that have helped me that I've either learned over time or that I've picked up from others going through the same things. This is all technically from my perspective as a retro
Oh my
gamer.
god.
I'm typically
Why can't that be me? Did you guys see that? Look at Chun-Li. What's Chun-Li doing?
This is all technically from my
That's not
perspective
Chun-Li,
as
is
a
it? Oh no, Kasumi. I'm dumb. I just saw the blue, like, what is it called? Kipao? I don't know. I forgot. I thought it was Chun-Li for a second. Don't get mad at me. Is this Tekken? Is this Tekken? Why can't that be me? Why couldn't I be this guy? I need to play it again.
picked up from others going through the same things. This is all
She's gonna do it.
technically
She's Dead or Alive. Oh, okay. I've always wanted to play that. I thought Dead or Alive only had girls. I thought it was just a volleyball game.
from
Look at that.
my perspective
Look at Why can't I be this guy?
as a retro gamer. I'm typically not very interested in modern games with rare
Kasumi.
exceptions.
She cute.
But most of this is pretty universal, so
Jet Set
even if you're
Radio.
not into retro games, I hope some of this
I should
helps.
play this actually.
And also, if you enjoy the video, consider liking and subscribing since
Hina
it really
is
helps
hotter.
the channel out and puts a smile on my face.
My apologies. Sonic.
Making your gaming space comfortable is a huge help in allowing yourself
It's
to
Wind
enjoy
Waker.
playing games again.
Wind
If
Waker
your
music.
room is cluttered and disorganized, I don't know about you, but I find that super stressful and
How
it
do I
makes
make
me
her
just not
clean her
wanna be
room?
there. I also find it really
Shadow.
helps to surround myself with
Shadow.
things that I like that make me feel happy and at
Oh,
peace.
look at
In my gaming
console.
space, I've decorated my
Turn him around. Turn him around. Oh my gosh, there's a Shadow Sakura thing.
desk with my favorite things, gotten an ergonomic chair,
She
brought
got
in a bunch
Mountain
of blankets,
Dew
and
hoodie.
I've got a little futon I can relax on if I'm playing
Base.
handheld games. It's not exactly where I want it to
It
be,
should have been
since I
me,
don't have
not
tons of money
him.
or tons of space,
It's
but
not
I do
fair.
take pride in what I've set up so far, and it makes
Amy.
it a lot easier to
Oh, look
relax
at-
and enjoy myself while I game.
Look at that
Even
shadow.
if it's going to be a work in progress, just create a space
That's a
you can
base
feel
background.
comfortable in and throw some of your favorite things in there. I think this is a really good place to start, even if it does take some time and work to get everything just how you want it.
Oh, I like her setup now.
Something I've
She
found
cleaned up her room really
incredibly
nice.
useful in enjoying games again is retro achievements. It's an achievement system
Eggman.
integrated into the Retro Arch emulator, as well as
Corby.
having some other emulator options depending on what you're playing. Not only will completing all of the
Mm.
achievements mean that you've 100% a game,
You
but
get
there are often really
achievements?
unusual and difficult achievements that are incredibly
The
rewarding when
NSO
completed.
gives you
For instance,
achievements?
getting a lucky egg chance
Because I've
in
played on
Pokemon
the
Crystal,
NSO
or
before and I don't
completing
remember
Twinkle
getting
Park as Amy
achievements.
and Sonic Adventure without using the jump button more than 3 times.
Really?
Even if this sounds super tedious at first, I think you should give it a try because it honestly adds a lot of challenge and hype and has you doing things in a familiar game you might have never done otherwise, making everything feel fresh and exciting again. Your mileage may vary with this one. I mean, some people exclusively prefer a cozy and laid-back approach to games, but if you've played the same game dozens of times before, I think it's definitely worth looking into retro achievements.
No
Being
distractions.
present in the moment is really difficult
Go,
these
Ghost
days
Train,
with social
go.
media and smartphones low-key ruling our lives. Or
That's
at
a lot
least
of
I know
fighting games.
have
All
a
I
hard
played is
time with
Smash
being glued to
Bros.
my phone. And it presents a constant distraction from even
I
the
should
things
try the
we
Rumble
normally
Roses.
like to do, including gaming. My recommendation is to dedicate
I would
time
play
for gaming where you're
Tekken,
disconnected
probably.
from social media just like the good old days.
Maybe retro
Let
stuff.
yourself be
Wait,
immersed in what you're playing.
haven't you played Soul Calibur before? That's actually another fighting game I really like.
Because, like, How are you supposed to enjoy something if you're always distracted by other things? Our
Say-
attention spans
Hey.
are becoming shorter and
Hey.
shorter, and that's just
I
the
enjoy
way we
things.
enjoy and interact with just about everything.
I'm very bad at
So
paying
try
attention.
slowing down, turn off your phone, maybe grab a snack and a drink,
No, I'm just kidding.
get comfortable, and dedicate time to allow yourself to really experience and have fun with a video
She's so
game
right.
free of distractions. Finding
It's
others that you
hard.
can connect with over a shared interest in video games is pretty easy thanks to the internet. And having
That's
discussions
true.
about the things you enjoy and are passionate about can help keep that passion alive. Forums aren't quite as prevalent as they used to be, but there's no shortage of subreddits and Discord communities out there, so it's worthwhile to get involved and maybe even make some friends you
I
can
have to
discuss
learn to
gaming
do
with.
this. I constantly
There's
play
a chance you're
games with
like me
videos in
and
the
have trouble with
background.
being a little socially anxious
I like
even from
having
behind a
two
computer screen,
things.
but that
Let
in
me
itself is a good
let me
reason to put yourself out
multitask.
there and break out of your shell. You don't even have to play
I don't
games
have any of the
together if
games
you don't
myself.
want to.
I
mean, for
only
retro
have the
gamers, at
Soul
least, that
Calibur
can
with
be
Link.
difficult, but just having
I only
others
have
to
the
talk to
GameCube with
goes a
Soul
long way,
Calibur.
in my opinion.
Taxi.
Even if it might not be possible
Should I play
to
Crazy
recreate
Taxi?
that old sense of childlike wonder, I hope
I've
this
only
gave you
ever
a
played
few
Crazy
ideas
Taxi
on
in the
how to get
arcade.
excited about video games again if you've struggled with that like I have. If you have any thoughts
I
or
forgot to add
anything you'd like to
subtitles.
add that's helped you personally, feel free
Forgot
to
to add
leave that in the
subtitles.
comments because I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching, and thank you to my channel members and patrons. If you're interested in supporting the channel, liking and subscribing helps a lot, or if
Oh yeah,
you're
let me
feeling
do that.
spicy, consider becoming a channel member or
Comments.
checking out the link to my Patreon in the
Comments.
description. Anyway, I'll
Comment
see you guys
seal
next
emoji.
time. Bye!
She is my comfort YouTuber now. Comfort YouTuber. There we go. We are almost halfway through this playlist. No. Alright, next video. What's this
Back
one?
in the day, I really
Why the 3DS is my new favorite console? Based? Your VOD may get muted, but Crazy Taxi is fun. Maybe I could try and do it what I did with GTA. Because I tried to do it with San Andreas, but the emulator I found for it was not friendly with the controls. But I found a way to replace the music in it like I did with GTA 5, where I replaced it with VTuber covers, like Mori Calliope and stuff. Even though that also got me muted. But I could do it with VTubers that I know now. Yeah. We're halfway there. Squidward on a chair. Yeah. I could put like Momoka's covers, Shino's covers, Neuro VT. Yeah,
loved
I
my
could
Game
put those
Boys,
people.
but I never did end up moving on to a Nintendo DS or a 3DS after that. In the past, I'd played a few 3DS games, aka Pokemon, but I just borrowed my brother's console. I guess my gigantic galaxy brain just never cared much about getting one because, I mean, how many good games could the 3DS have? To be fair, for a while there, I was more of a Wii.
What? Where is this footage from? Is this back when they were storming Area 51? Do y'all remember that? When people said they were gonna storm Area 51 with the Naruto run?
Than a gamer,
Is this?
so I guess I just
Are they
didn't know any
stampeding?
better because recently I decided
How
to
old
try
is this
out a
video? I
handful
think
of
she
games for the
only started
3DS,
making.
and I fell
Yeah.
in love. I know I'm only
She started
just
making
getting started,
videos like
but
a year
already
ago.
I'm incredibly impressed by just how charming and adorable 3DS gaming has been so
I mean,
far. Quick disclaimer
this
before
was not from the Area 51 raids. It wasn't, because that's how people said they were gonna storm Area 51 with the Naruto run. But yeah, I think she's been making videos much longer, but I think she's like had this style of video now. But I'm not sure, I forget. Imagine having to explain to a general what a Naruto running is. Imagine having to explain to the US military that a bunch of weebs are probably gonna Naruto run into like an official facility. I don't recall any videos like that from the Area 51 part. I only saw them running in the other direction and it was the desert. I'm pretty sure they were Naruto running.
I get a wave of comments scolding me about how the 3DS isn't retro. It doesn't really matter to me personally if it is or isn't.
Cute.
At this point, it's an almost 15-year-old console, and
It's
it's
a cute
about to be
ad.
2 generations old with the release of the Switch 2 coming
Nice.
up. So at the least, I would definitely not call it
Rip
modern.
the eShop.
Okay, disclaimer over. I went looking for game recommendations
07,
with two things in
07.
mind. No Pokemon and no
Naruto
Animal
running, but the
Crossing.
other
Not
direction.
because I don't like them, but I'm already pretty familiar with those IPs, so I wanted to switch things up a bit. Well, I guess I had 3 things in mind because
That's
I
smart.
also wanted games that would be cozy and cute. So today I just wanted to talk about these games I've been playing for the first time and why I've enjoyed them so far, because I really have enjoyed them a lot.
What's she been
here's what I'm
playing?
playing currently that's
Let's
made me
see.
fall in love with the 3DS in no particular order.
Oh, I forgot
Pushmo
subtitles.
is a bright, colorful, and
I know
very
this.
adorable puzzle game, and
Look at
though I'm
him.
not the best at puzzles,
He's so caked up.
turns out that doesn't mean I can't
What a
enjoy
little
them.
guy.
You play as Mallow, aka this little guy, pushing and
He's
pulling
so
blocks around in
silly.
order to rescue other
I
little
love
guys trapped
him.
inside. This starts out nice and easy with the tutorial, but works up to becoming more challenging relatively early on if you struggle with puzzles like I do. There are 250 puzzles in Pushmo, though I have not gotten that far yet, and there are even more puzzles available by scanning QR codes you can find online.
I love his
As a
run.
disclaimer, this game was only available on the
What the
eShop,
hell
which
is-
is no longer.
What the hell are
so
people
do with
doing
that
right now?
information what you will. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, so yeah. I've really enjoyed this one, not just for its charm and incredibly cute art style, but also because I've never done any puzzles like this before. It seems simple enough,
Oh my
but
God.
it's actually pretty difficult to wrap your head around sometimes.
Do you guys
since
hear
you
that?
need to push and pull the blocks to
Oh my god, my neighbors hate me. They're like doing work right now. Why do they gotta do this shit right now? Why they gotta do this shit right now? I'm gonna get the soundproofer thing, and hopefully you guys don't hear what's going on in my house. Cause they're like fucking drilling in the walls again. Oh my god, they're so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a minute.
Specific orders. You'll need to push in blocks you already pulled out, and often climb up and down the blocks multiple times in order to solve the puzzle. It's tons of fun to try and figure it all out. I deal with a lot of brain fog and issues focusing and could stand to play more puzzle games to sharpen my mind a bit, but outside of brute forcing my way through a Zelda game or mindlessly playing 2048 on my phone, I've never really been that into the genre because it just really hasn't appealed to me. But if you've watched me for long enough, you know I really like cute things, and I've never seen a puzzle game as cute as Pushmo. I'll be buying my own personal 3DS soon and modding it, and I'm definitely going to be playing through all of the puzzles, and hopefully I'll have a giant genius brain by the end of it. Ever Oasis is like if Animal Crossing met
I can't
The Legend
find
of
it.
Zelda, and that's probably
Let
the
me
most
ask
awesome
Wispy
thing
where
ever.
he put it.
There's dungeon puzzles, town
Can't
building,
find my sound
crafting,
booth.
and combat, making for varied and fun gameplay,
I
and
like
on
a small
top of that, the
one.
game is gorgeous. It's bright and colorful, and everything down to the water feels beautiful and alive. The art style is also incredibly charming and cute. I absolutely love the chibi character models. Even as someone who does like Animal Crossing, I find myself getting a little bored by a feeling of monotony after
I think
a
they're
point.
done
I
doing
know
what they're
the whole
doing,
idea is
hopefully.
for it to be slow-paced and
Hopefully they don't do
relaxing,
that
but I
again.
think something like Ever Oasis is much better suited to my tastes because it combines the cutesy town management
That's cute.
aspect
Oh,
with the
I jinxed
action
it.
RPG aspects, so
I
it
jinxed
gives
it.
a stronger feeling of variety. Honestly, this was the first game I've tried in a while that really wowed me and put a big smile on my face because I thought to myself,
Look at that little
this is
guy.
the exact kind of game I've been looking for. I've been on the hunt for something new that could really spark my interest and keep me coming back for more and more, and I've definitely found that with Ever Oasis. A few years back, I went through a little rhythm game phase with things
Okay.
like Taiko no Tatsujin, Project Diva,
I know
and
where the
Beat
sound
Dash,
booth is
and I
now.
learned something about myself pretty quickly.
One
I'm
moment.
not very good at these kinds of
I will leave the
games,
video
or
on.
at least I
Aw.
don't have the patience to be.
That's a cute
If you
emote.
play on medium or
Alright.
hard difficulty, it can quickly
Oh,
get
it's the
frustrating
meat.
because you haven't worked up to
It's
that
the
level,
drum
and
game.
it'll take you a while to do so. If you play on easy difficulty, it's often boring by just how easy it is. DDD's Drum Dash Deluxe gives me my rhythm game fix while being the perfect combination of laid back and decently challenging, though admittedly it is not your traditional rhythm game, but that's fine, it still scratches that itch for me. In the game, you'll be bouncing along drums as King DDD to the rhythm of various Kirby songs, dodging hazards, and collecting as many musical
It's my
coins as you can along the
husband.
way. When you
King
jump, you can press the A
Dedede.
button at the peak in order to do a backbeat, which
I
depending
love
on
him.
your timing will earn you a good
I should
or
get
great
art.
score, and it's really satisfying
I
when
should-
you get a great perfectly
I've been
on
wanting to
DDD
draw
song.
me and him,
This
but I
might
haven't
seem
had
like a
time to
silly
draw.
game to put on this list because
I
it's
should
hard to
commission
call out
art.
anything particularly
Alright, I found my
special
sound
per
booth. Hopefully
se,
this
but I
helps you
really
guys.
enjoyed it because, like I mentioned, I like games that incorporate
Do I
rhythm,
sound
but
different
because I
now?
have no rhythm, DDD's Drum Dash Deluxe is a perfect way for me to enjoy that
This is
kind
so
of thing
cute. I
without
want
getting
this.
stressed out.
How do I
But
play
still
this?
feeling like I'm being challenged a little because it honestly is still kind of tricky to get the
Bow,
hang
bow, bow,
of
bow,
at
bow.
first,
Okay.
at least for me.
I think it still picks up from here.
I'd heard of Style Savvy before, but
What
kind
the
of
hell is
brushed it off,
this?
assuming it'd be pretty boring if you were over
That
the age
mouth?
of 11, but to my pleasant
This mouth freaks me out. Okay, when you're doing like an anime art style, I could understand making certain things realistic, but I feel like this is too realistic. Can you see it? You see what I'm talking about? The face freaks me out a little bit. Just a little bit. Also, hi Jojo, welcome. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. We're watching Youth Net today. We're watching her retrospectives on consoles and old technology in general and old retro games. Welcome, welcome.
Surprise, I was wrong. In Style Savvy, you're working in a clothing shop, and
Oh,
the main
God.
goal is to help customers find clothes
The
to buy
3D
based
model
on their
isn't as
personal
bad.
preferences. But there are also
No
fashion
problem,
contests you can
welcome.
participate in, and you
I
can
got my
decorate your
sound booth
apartment
out,
in
so
the
it sounds a
clothing
little
boutique as
different
well.
right now.
I'm
But hopefully you
unfamiliar with
guys don't hear
Style
my
Savvy
neighbors
before this
drilling.
game, but from what I understand,
It's
Prince
really
Edis
uncomfortable
expands
to
a
draw
lot
like
on the
this.
original gameplay and even adds more character development than before, so I'm glad I decided to play this one first. It's a really fun but laid-back game, the kind of thing I cuddle up and play before bed. And what I find especially charming about Style Savvy is it feels like you're in a shoujo anime or manga while you're playing, and I've enjoyed my fair share of those.
Cute.
Even the characters
It's
look straight
cute.
out of a shoujo
Just
series
that art
from the
wasn't
90s or 2000s, and
the
so
cover
I just
art
really
wasn't
enjoyed the
as
whole vibe this
cute
game
to
gives,
me.
and I can't wait to play more.
Maybe they should have put the
I'm
3D
honestly
models in
kicking
the art.
myself for not getting into the 3DS sooner, though better late than never, I guess. As of writing
It's
this, I've
never
ordered my
too
own
late.
3DS, so I don't have to borrow someone else's when I feel like playing for hours on end, because to be perfectly honest, I think this is my new favorite console, and I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. Thanks for watching, and thank you to my channel members and patrons.
Oh, look
If
at
you
that
enjoyed
art.
the video, consider
Look
liking
at
and
that art.
subscribing
It's so
because it really
cute.
helps the channel out.
This is her
Or if you're
chat.
feeling spicy, you could become a channel member or check out my Patreon, which I'll link in the description.
They're cute
Anyway,
steals.
I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye-bye. Okay, next video. Next. Oh my god, Tingle. We're gonna get to that. Don't worry. We're getting to Tingle eventually.
I think we all have at least
This one is titled My Favorite Games on My Hacked PSP. Don't tell Sony.
a couple of games we like to turn to when we just need to experience something comfortable and familiar. I mean, yeah, new experiences are different and exciting, but nothing hits quite like playing through a game for the 15th time.
And
I think
Peachael.
it's kind of like enjoying the company of an old friend. Maybe the kind
Sora.
you don't really talk to often, but when you do finally
Here's your
catch up, it's
captions.
like no time has passed at all.
Now
There
you
are
have no
honestly
excuse.
a lot of games that give me this kind of feeling, but I wanted to make a video talking about some of my favorites that can be played
What
on a
time is
hacked
it?
PSP. Because it's been a while since
It's
I've
12
shown the
o'clock.
PSP some love on my channel, and after all, it's kind of the reason I've gotten this far on YouTube,
Nice.
so I thought it would be a good way to celebrate 25,000 subscribers, which, by the way, thank you all so much for 25k. I do not have enough decision-making skills to list these 5
Cute.
games in any fully particular
No
order,
thoughts.
but just know I love and recommend all of them, even if number 2 might be kinda questionable to a lot of people.
Number
I do
2.
kinda have those rose-tinted nostalgia glasses on at times, after all, but still, maybe you'll find something on this list that you haven't played before and want to give a shot, or maybe I'll convince you to revisit something you haven't played in a while. So with that said, I'm going to start with the game on the list that I have definitely played the most over the years.
What is this?
When I got my Dreamcast at the start of the 2000s,
Oh, I never really
one
played
of the
much
games I got for it
Dreamcast stuff.
initially was Sega Smash Pack, which was a
What
collection
is-
of
what
mostly
is Shining
Genesis games that I
Force?
was entirely unfamiliar with aside from Sonic. One of the
Sonic.
Genesis games on the disc was called Shining Force.
Oh, I
didn't
see.
know
It's probably an
what it
RPG.
was, but I gave it a try, and it's been one of my favorite games ever since. Shining Force is a turn-based tactical RPG, which, I'll be honest, is not the genre of game I'd usually gravitate towards
That's a
playing that
fun
often,
game.
but with how
Oh.
many times I've completed
not
this
a big
game over the years,
RPG
playing it is kind of second nature. Whether I'm any
RPG kinda
good at it or
gal.
not is a question for another day. In Shining Force,
RPGs
the
are really
protagonist Max
long.
and his group of allies called the Shining Force are on a quest to stop the antagonist Dark Soul from resurrecting the Dark Dragon to rule over the land of Rune where the game takes place. You will most often be on a battlefield controlling the Shining Force in order to defeat the opposing enemy units. And your party can be made up of any combination of knights, warriors, healers, archers, mages, etc., up to 12 members. You lose the battle
looks
if
cute,
Max
though.
dies or if you retreat, and
Oh, I like
if
that
any of your
art.
party members fall in battle, you'll need to revive them with a priest in order for
Good
them to be
pixel
able
art.
to fight again. And that costs money.
Money.
Outside of battle, you can explore, talk to NPCs,
arg.
visit shops for new weapons and items.
Was that a good
open
Mr.
treasure
Krabs?
chests that don't belong to you, switch party members in and out, as well as promote party members to higher classes after they've reached the required level, if and when you choose. Shining Force is often compared to Fire
Oh.
Emblem, but notably lacks permadeath. So if you like Fire Emblem but are looking for a less high-stakes experience, I
That's
definitely
nice.
recommend Shining Force. And again, this is one of my all-time favorite games, and aside from Sonic Adventure, it's probably the game I've replayed the most in general, so I
That's
highly
nice.
recommend you give it a try if you haven't.
I don't play RPGs.
Sonic CD seems to be a game
It's
a
really
lot of
hard to
people have
convince me to
negative
play an
opinions on these
RPG.
days, but I have
Even
always
if
had a
it's one
soft
I
spot
like.
for it. Nostalgia aside, since it is my first memory of Sonic, there's
Sonic.
always just been something about it I've had a hard time describing. It feels so unique from Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles, and sure, it does partially come down to the gameplay, which values exploration over speed, and it also partially comes down to Sonic CD having an entirely different development team. But honestly, in the end, what it comes down to for me is Sonic CD simply has vibes. From the music,
It does.
yes, even the US soundtrack, to
It does
the
have
neon
pretty good
colors of,
vibes.
say, Stardust Speedway, the atmosphere and
You
aesthetics
guys have
are
a
unmatched,
favorite
and
Sonic
I feel
CD
totally
soundtrack?
immersed in all of it from the moment I open the game. In case you're unfamiliar, in the game, Sonic is trying to save the planet of Little Planet from Eggman, and Little Planet is home to
Little
stones
Big
which control
Planet?
time,
I know
which
that
Eggman
game.
wants, so he can
Never
rule over
played
everything
Sonic
like
CD
he likes
before.
to.
I've never actually played it
Notably, in
myself
Sonic
either. I
CD,
just listened to the
there's time travel
soundtracks.
mechanics that you can trigger with time warp signs that will either
I would
send
say
you to the
Stardust
past
Speedway
or
is
the
a good one
future.
though.
You can use the time travel mechanic to create a good future for each zone by finding and destroying the robot transporters, and destroying all of them will affect which of the game's 2 endings you get. In this case, you
I
get
just
the good
also really
ending.
like the
There
opening.
are also special
Sonic
stages in which you
Boom,
can collect the time
Sonic
stones, and
Boom.
collecting them will also lead to a good ending. If you fail at these things, you'll of course get the bad ending. If you don't care about which ending you get, you can attempt to just breeze through the stages.
You can
but
get different
thanks to things like
endings?
backwards facing springs,
So, like
this can get a
Undertale?
little frustrating, so I think it's probably best to just play Sonic CD
I
the
keep
way it
forgetting
was
a lot of
intended to be
Sonic games
played.
have that.
It gets a decent amount of criticism
Not a lot.
for the
It's just, I
gameplay
think it's just
style
this
and
and
past
Shadow the
and future
Hedgehog, but I'm not
mechanics,
sure.
but I personally find the change of pace pretty cool. I know when you think about Sonic, you think about going
Do we have a
fast,
Sonic
but I've
RPG
always
out
really
there
liked games
that I
that
don't
are
know
on the
about?
experimental side, so I find
That'd be
Sonic
funny.
CD really fun and interesting. If you've never played Sonic CD, hopefully this gives you a quick idea of what to expect, and I really
CD's
think
nuts.
you should give it a shot. If you hated Sonic CD, I get
Huh.
it, but boo.
Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
If you're a Sonic CD enjoyer like me, put this on your PSP now, or I guess just play it again in general on your platform of choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't let me
Night
forget.
Swordcraft story is,
Dark
to put
Brotherhood,
it
it wasn't
simply,
that great.
very charming. I don't
That's a
remember how I
Sonic
stumbled upon this game
RPG?
over a decade ago, so I don't really have that story
Let me
to
comment
tell, but
the
I do
seal
know that pretty
emojis.
quickly I was absolutely hooked.
Don't forget to
To start off
comment.
the game, you'll choose between
Seal
playing as a boy
emoji.
named Claru or a girl named Pratty. And the gender has very
There
little
you go.
effect on the story or character
She's gonna be
interactions,
wondering,
which
like,
is
why is this
notable because
person
a female
commenting on
love
every
interest, for
single
instance,
video?
is a love interest
Or maybe she won't
regardless of that
notice.
choice, which, considering the
I'm
game
praying that she
came
doesn't
out in
notice.
2003 in Japan and
There you go, here's the
2006
video.
in North America, I thought it was really cool. The player character is the child of Shintetsu, one of 7 craft
Blue
lords, who
Streak
sacrificed
speeds by
himself years
Sonic the
prior to the
Hedgehog
start
too
of the
fast.
game in order to save his family and community. You'll be
Yes,
entering a
yes,
tournament that's being
Legion,
held in
yes.
order
He's
to
the
find a new
fastest
craft
thing
lord to take his
alive.
place, and along the way, you'll learn the truth about your father over the course of the game. Summonite Swordcraft Story is an action RPG, and you'll get to forge and enchant weapons, explore a dungeon with over 100 floors, and fight monsters through a nicely polished battle system, all while enjoying a huge and diverse cast of characters. Without being too cutesy, the game is undoubtedly
She
still
notices
pretty
breaks
cute
you into your
and leans
breaks into
heavy
your house and
comedy
hands you a seal.
lightheartedness, only
I
adding
wouldn't
to its
complain, to
charm.
be honest.
Overall, Summon Night Swordcraft Story
Her
is a really
mascot's
fun
cute.
time, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone looking for something to play that's not at all intense or serious,
It'll be like the
but
Mr.
still
Boss
very
meme.
engaging.
You like playing retro games, Peach? Well, does the Pepsi Man game I played yesterday count as retro? I like retro games. I like silly, stupid retro games, honestly. I think those are my favorite to play, but I've also played I play mostly DS games on this channel. I mostly play Kirby, like Kirby Superstar Ultra, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks. I like a lot of DS games. I would like to play Nintendogs one day. But yesterday we played Pepsi Man 1999. That was pretty fun. It's basically Sonic. I hope you're doing well, Dozy Peachael. Is that what I am? Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Thank you for the check-in. You have now 27 serotonin droplets. Welcome, welcome. For those just joining, we're watching youth.net today. This VTuber we've rated before. She has very comfy, nostalgic videos
Anyone
on retro
looking for something
consoles.
to play that's not at all intense or serious, but still
I'm having
very
so much fun
engaging.
watching her, honestly.
So this is an interesting thing to put on the
Kirby!
list because I only pretty recently played Kirby's Dream Land for the first time.
How is the... Okay, she said number 2 was gonna be the weird choice. I find nothing weird about this.
And it was actually my first time playing a Kirby game
Is this
ever.
number 2?
But I had such a good time with it that it's already a game I keep coming back to
Number
just to enjoy
2.
myself and also to try and be hard. The
Whoa.
story is a total afterthought
no.
and completely unimportant.
I have a
but
job. I have to go to
basically,
work
King
later.
Dedede stole all of Dreamland's food and sparkling stars, and Kirby is there to try and retrieve all
Dedede?
of it. The game is
Why would
pretty
you do
standard as
that?
far as platformers go because, like, you're platforming and dodging or defeating enemies, but what does make it unique, at least for its time anyway, is Kirby's ability to float around the stages and inhale enemies, which can then be shot out of his mouth at other enemies.
Ooh.
However, because it's the first game in the series, Kirby doesn't yet have the ability to take on his enemies' powers when he swallows them. But you can still swallow them if you want, I guess. The game is far from riveting, but it is very fun all the same, and I found it pretty challenging on my first playthrough.
How is this far from
I went
riveting?
almost the entire game without pressing
How can you
the
get
A
mad
button
at
to
Kirby?
jump, instead using up on
I
the
feel like
D-pad to
Kirby's like
float around.
one of the
For
easiest games on the
literally no
planet.
other reason than I'm
How
an
can people
idiot,
get mad
and
at it?
pretty early on I magically forgot I
It goes
could
back
jump
to
with
my
A
playthrough of
somehow.
Kirby
The game
Superstar
is known
Ultra where
for
I
being
save stated a
incredibly
million
short and
times.
quite easy. However, if you want more challenge, at the title screen you can press up, A, and select at the same time to
Look
play
at
on hard
him.
mode. Overall,
I like that Dedede sprite. Look.
at the title screen, you can press up, A, and select at the same time to play on hard mode. Overall,
he
though, the
doing?
game is quick, fun, and cute, so if you haven't played
Kirby
it, I'd
Dream Land
recommend
didn't
giving
have
it
the
a
copy
try,
ability
or
back
maybe
then
if
on
you
Game
have
Boy.
played it, give
Oh,
hard
is
mode
that
a
why
shot if
people
you
don't
haven't
like
before.
it? Okay, I could understand why her choice is a hot
Okay.
take.
Listen, there's not really much I can say about the plot or mechanics of a classic Pokemon game that you won't already know, because the likelihood that you've already played Pokemon Crystal or any of Generation 2 is pretty astronomical. I've just been on a big Pokemon Crystal kick ever since I started doing the retro achievements
I
for
have
it,
not
and
actually
it is my
played
second
Generation
favorite
2.
Pokemon generation, so
I've only
figured it
played
deserved
Gen
a spot
4
on
and
the
above.
list. What I
Please
will
don't get
say
mad at
is I
me.
love the unique, cozy feel of Generation 2.
But this is my
from
honest,
the kind of muted coloring of the
my
environments,
honesty.
for lack of a better word, to the peaceful music. I think if it's been a while since you've played Pokemon Crystal, you should absolutely revisit it, or if you're one of the few that hasn't played it, give it a try.
I'm the
Thank you all for
few.
watching, and thank you to my channel members and patrons.
Does that mean there's
If you
something
enjoyed
wrong
the
with
video,
me?
consider liking and subscribing because it really helps the channel out, or if you're feeling spicy, become a channel member or check out my Patreon, which I'll link in the description. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye bye. Alright, next one. Let's see. Oh, did I like and subscribe? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
The Switch 2 Direct is happening
Okay, I'm just
very
gonna do that
soon,
right
and
now.
I know a lot of people are hyped.
I'm pretty sure I
but
subscribed.
I've generally been on the fence.
I commented.
I mostly play older
Comment the
games
seal
these days,
emojis.
probably because I'm
Seal.
older. I very,
Cute seal,
very
cute
rarely
seal.
buy newer games, so it'd basically take Nintendo catering directly to my boomer taste.
What is this
to
uniform
really make me
from?
want to buy the Switch 2.
Wait,
These
I
days,
missed out
probably
on so
because
much.
I'm older. I very, very rarely buy newer games, so it'd basically take Nintendo catering
It was
directly to my
Sonato
boomer
Generations,
tastes
guys.
to really make me want to
The
buy the Switch 2.
Angels.
But that got me thinking, what could they bring to the console exactly that would convince me I need to buy one? As far as older games go, they could just release the originals on Nintendo Switch Online or the eShop like they've been doing over time. But since I collect retro games and consoles already as a
Hell
hobby,
yeah.
what's to stop me from just playing on the original hardware? Or, hypothetically speaking of course, emulating them on the PC or handheld I already have
Never.
instead of buying a whole new console.
I could
While
never
there are
do
some
that.
games from
Always
when I was
buy the
younger that I think
console.
would be really cool to see remastered
Always
slash
pay
remade for the
thousands
Switch
of dollars
2,
for the
especially since
consoles.
there's one in particular that just really hasn't aged
I
well,
miss
but
playing
we'll
video
get to that.
games.
And
The
I'd
old
be
days
way
since
more
2000
likely to buy a
2010.
Switch 2 if any of
Same.
these were announced. So I wanted to talk about them today in anticipation of the Nintendo Direct coming up, where if I'm impossibly lucky, maybe something on this list will get announced, or at least we'll see it down the line at some point.
Let's see what she.
Though I'm not really
Let's
holding
see
out
what
any
she
hope for
predicts in this
first thing,
video.
which would be an official HD 2D remake of Pokemon Gen 1 and then Gens 2 and 3 if it went
When did
well.
this come out?
On the very off
When did this come out? This came out a year ago. Don't we have a Gen 1 remake? I guess an exact remake. I don't know. Their remake of that is just Pokemon Go, isn't that?
chance you're not familiar, HD
They don't have
2D
Gen
is
2
a
remake
graphics
though,
format
don't
that
they?
Square Enix first introduced
Yeah.
with Octopath Traveler back in 2018, which combines
nice.
modern and retro aesthetics by pairing more realistic 3D backgrounds with 2D sprites and adding some lighting and bloom effects. Now, Nintendo and Game Freak couldn't call it an HD 2D remake since that's legally a Square
I think
Enix
she
thing,
did
but
predict
to my
that.
knowledge they could still use the graphics style or at least something similar to it. For me, personally, it would be awesome to play Pokemon in HD 2D because it's pretty, which makes my monkey brain
Oh,
happy. And
okay.
I'm also just
I
someone
see
who
what she
generally
means.
prefers 2D Pokemon over 3D Pokemon, so I think it would be really cool to see that style make a comeback of sorts. I know HD 2D isn't like universally loved. I know a lot of people think the lighting effects and such can be too much, which I get. And I
Oh,
think it
okay.
should be done sparingly. It's
I
not
don't
like
know
I
if
want
Pokemon
every
Company
old
will do
RPG
that.
to have an HD 2D remake. But for Pokemon, I think it could be really awesome if it's done right, and it's not like they couldn't keep making new games in the current style too. But
No, we don't have a Pokemon Gen 2
realistically,
for Nintendo Switch 2,
I highly
Peach.
doubt it's something
No,
Game
Peachy, you're
Freak and the
stupid,
Pokemon
Peachy.
Company would do
I'm just
in a
kidding,
million
that's not what you're
years.
saying.
It just doesn't seem up their alley, and call me a hater, but I just don't think they care to deviate too far from what
They
feels
don't
safe for
care.
them, which is kind of the problem I
It's
have.
not hate. It's not hate because she's absolutely right, to be honest. With this shit, they literally just shat it out. They don't care. Look at the background. They could have done so much better. Especially like compare this to Pokecopia. Like how Pokecopia looks. And they didn't like they only announced Pokecopia like in a month before it came out, and now it's like the biggest game. And then this, think about it. This they like announced this like a year before it came out. They had so much time to work on it, and they just were like,
With Pokemon these days. And I mean, to be fair, it
"Oh,
wouldn't be a
really?
safe move because I doubt
I
the
don't know
style
Gen
would
2
appeal
that
much
well.
to
I
the younger
apologize.
demographic, which is obviously way more of a
Anything
priority than the
below Gen
lifelong fan
4, I don't know.
demographic. But business aspects aside, I still
I
think
just
it would
don't
be
pay
really
attention to it.
cool,
It's
and
not
I'd
what I
probably
grew up
buy a
with.
Switch 2 just for this alone. The
Not
next thing I'd
It's
like
not
to
that I
see
don't
would
hate
be
it.
a Luigi's
I don't
Mansion 1
hate it.
HD remaster, which I think there's at least more of a
No,
chance for than the Pokemon thing, considering we recently got one with Luigi's
true.
Mansion 2, and I mean, we did get Luigi's Mansion 1 on the 3DS before. I have a big soft spot for
I
Luigi's
wonder if she's gonna
Mansion,
say
even though
Zelda.
I've never been super interested in
Maybe she
Mario.
knows
Not
better,
really
unlike
sure
me.
why, to be honest. It's not like I dislike the franchise. But still, I've only played a few of the games to completion, like Mario Sunshine and Mario 64, though I did finally start on Mario Galaxy
We need
and thought what
Luigi's
I played was
Mansion.
really good. But even so, Luigi's Mansion is one of my all-time favorite games for how different and cozy it is.
Based.
Sure, not cozy in the same way something
It
like
is
Animal
cozy.
Crossing is, but it's still the word I'd use. And it would be really exciting to see it get some love on the Switch too. The only question I have, though, is even
Love
if
the
it's more
Luigi.
likely than the pipe dream of an HD 2D Pokemon, would Nintendo think it's really worth it to do an HD remaster? I mean, Luigi's Mansion 1
Probably
is
not.
pretty short, so you're not likely to even spend 10 hours playing it, whether you go for a completionist run or not. And so I think they'd
Maybe
be
they could add
hard-pressed to sell the
something.
remaster for the usual $60. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it probably would have been smart to just do remasters of Luigi's Mansion 1
If
and
they
2
sell
as a bundle.
if they
I'm
sell this for
sure there's a reason they
$70, I'm
didn't,
not
but
gonna
I'm not
complain.
certain what that reason is.
I watched the
don't think
Pokemon
there's
movies. I
zero
stopped at
hope at all
Zoroark
of seeing
Master
Luigi's
Evolutions
Mansion
year
1 remastered for
2025.
the Switch 2.
That's a lot of
I'm
Pokemon
just
movies.
not 100% sure at the same time that
The first
Nintendo
one
would
I
think
watched
it's
was
worth
with
doing
Manaphy.
anytime soon. But for what it's worth, I'd be so excited I probably would pay $60 for it. I think Donkey Kong 64
hell
really
yeah.
needs a remake, and it would be awesome to get one.
Donkey
Back when it
Kong.
first came out, it was really well received, and I mean, I loved it too when I was younger, but over time, its
DK.
issues have become more and more glaring.
Donkey
The
Kong.
constant backtracking to switch between characters as necessary is tedious, the camera is just not great, the platforming is frustrating, and overall the game feels very clunky. I
Be
don't
nice
have
to
a problem with
Nintendo.
the
They're a small
collectathon
indie
aspect
company.
personally, but the game does have a lot going against it still. I think with some quality of life changes, like being able to switch between characters anywhere instead of at set locations, improvements to the camera
Oh
and
my god, I
controls,
spent too
and
long
just
on these
generally
lines.
revamping the game and
It's so
fixing
hard
its core
mapping all these
issues, a
lines.
remake would be really exciting because behind all those issues is a lot
There's a
of
little
charm that
kid
would be a shame
screaming
not to
in the room
revisit at
below
some
me.
point. Like, I really want to play DK64 again, but it's honestly just too busted to be enjoyable
Too
for me.
busted.
I tried last year and I just didn't have it in me to get very far.
I'm sorry.
So I'd basically buy a remake in a heartbeat, and I doubt I'm the only one. And from what I could gather, Rare has said it's entirely up to Nintendo if they want to do anything with the game in the future.
Oh, yeah, I
so
forgot.
I'm really hoping they will at some point with the
DK64 is
Switch
by
too.
Rareware. That
Beautiful
explains
Joe
a lot of
first came out
similarities to
almost
Banjo.
22 years ago for the GameCube, and the last mainline game was released
Adds in
around
4
21
minutes.
years ago. So
Oh, Beautiful
it's been a
Joe.
minute. The games were incredible.
I've seen this game break people. I've seen people have mental breakdowns because of this game. I don't know. I never played it too much. Isn't
incredibly creative, colorful, and all around
This
unique from the gameplay
I'm
to
realizing
the
now the art
visuals,
style looks
and
like
I think the series
Okami,
deserves a
kinda.
remaster. And hopefully, if it
Never
went
played
well,
that
we could get
game.
Beautiful Joe 3.
I think
As
it's
far
on the
back as
PSP.
2017,
I
the
played
director of
some
the
of it. I
series,
never played it
Hideki
all.
Kamiya, has been pretty enthusiastic about wanting to revisit Beautiful Joe if Capcom would allow it. Whether it be a
Hell
third
yeah.
main entry to complete what was supposed to be a trilogy, or even a remaster of 1 and 2, specifically mentioning the Nintendo
Oh, there's a
Switch.
2? I didn't
Well,
know.
obviously the Switch
Oh,
is
it is
on
the
its
same
way out
creator.
now,
That's
but
cool.
there's the Switch too. And I think there honestly could be a decent chance of this happening eventually, since Kamiya is now
That's
directing
nice.
Okami 2 like he's been wanting to for a long time.
True.
And Okami
They
is
did
also a
get.
Capcom property. If all goes well with the
It
game, maybe he
is.
could convince Capcom
I got
to bring
stuck on
back
that game
Beautiful
and I
Joe.
rage
I
quitted
think
it.
the series would be really refreshing for modern audiences personally, and there's a lot they could do with it. When I was looking into whether a third entry had
Hideki
been brought up at all
Kamiya.
recently, I found an
Oh,
article
I
on
see.
automatonmedia.com that talked
Pokemon
about how, since
Ranger.
the games are
Pokemon Ranger is a game I liked, actually. That's one of the DS games I haven't played on stream yet. I feel like I should, because I think that's a decent length for streams. The Temple of the Sea is the Manaphy movie. It's also a movie advertisement for the Ranger games on DS. Wait, does Pokemon Ranger have a movie? I forgot. For those who are not subs, you're going to be yeeted into 3 minutes of ads within 3 minutes. That will probably be the last ad break of today too, because I have work. I got my work schedule wrong today. So that's great. But yeah. Yeah. There's a new Mega Man game coming out. Hell yeah. That's good. That's good. Let me see. Am I going to finish these videos today? We are barely halfway through. It's because I keep fucking yapping. God damn it. God damn it, Peachy. We're gonna have to do a part 2 of this.
a blend between
Alright.
movies and gaming,
We
that
watched a
Beautiful Joe
decent
3
amount
could
today,
make
though.
use of particular filming techniques that have become really popular these days, like one-take scenes. And they're totally right, because seeing how much movies have evolved in the past 2 decades, Beautiful Joe 3 would have a ton to work with creatively in that
I'm gonna let
aspect, and
this
I have
video
no doubt
finish
it
and
would
then
be
I'll autoplay the
incredible. But to
ads.
start, we definitely need remasters of 1 and 2. That would be amazing. Some honorable
Beautiful Joe
mentions
for
before
Nintendo
I shut
GameCube,
up. These
PlayStation
are
Toe.
games that would be cool to see on
Why
the
did I say
Switch too,
PlayStation
but
Toe?
in the end, I don't think they would be
'Cause of
enough on
Beautiful
their
Joe.
own to convince me to buy it. First, I think
Oh, I
revisiting
see.
Nintendogs on the Switch 2 would be
Nintendogs.
nice, because
Yes.
I tried playing it for the first time a few months ago,
It's
and
good.
boy, I tell you what, that
It's
microphone
peak.
doesn't work very well.
No,
Sadly,
leave
I
them
just
alone.
gave up, even though
They're
I'd really
trying.
like to play it, so it'd be a nice
The
bonus to
DS
any of the
microphone
games I talked
sucks.
about in this video, as long as it has a mic that works consistently. And maybe it's not that unrealistic, since I heard there was a rumor about the Switch 2 having integrated voice chat, which would mean the console would have a mic incorporated somehow. I'd also
Yup.
really like to see Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD ported to the Switch 2. Again, that'd be an added bonus rather than a full
I like how it's only a bonus that she predicted, because we all know that Nintendo's never going to give us what we want and they're not going to port them. It's not that hard to port them to the Switch. Just port them and I'll pay $70, bro. That's an easy money. Give me.
on selling point, since I've got a Wii U right now to play them on if I want. Unless
Yeah.
it dies anyway, because apparently they're doing that now. But for others that didn't
You
or
have to-
don't have a Wii,
What does she say? What does she say here?
unless it dies anyway, because
Don't forget to turn on your Wii U every now and again. 07. Oh no.
apparently they're doing that now. But for others that didn't or don't have
I
a
will
Wii U,
watch out
seeing
for
as
that.
it did sell pretty poorly, and with how insanely popular the Switch and even Breath of the Wild have been, you'd think that the games would have been ported over. But oh well, hopefully they get announced at some point for the Switch too.
Okay, we're almost at the end. There is 30 seconds until the ads start. Utilize this time to go pee pee poo poo, go get a drink of water, go hydrate, go stretch. Yeah. I will still be here. I will not have the video play, don't worry. We'll listen to Pepsi Man during the ads. I'm gonna let this finish
Thank you
though.
so much for watching, and thank you to my channel members and patrons.
Don't forget
If
to
you
like and
enjoyed the video,
subscribe.
consider liking and subscribing, since it really helps the channel out. Or if you're feeling
Like and
spicy, become a
subscribble.
channel member or check out my
Here you
Patreon,
go.
which I'll link in the description. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!
Okay, I made sure. Alright, the ads are gonna play right now. We're gonna put on Pepsi Man. There you go, there's your Pepsi Man. Go,
Back in my
go. Back in my day. Let me get rid of this, so you guys can just see my art for a bit. My Wii U has been in the closet for years. Is it gonna blow up? Probably. You should watch out. You should watch out, Vanquish. You might have a detonator. I'm just kidding, I didn't make that joke. Americans, I'm sorry. I'm American. No. You gotta go turn it on right now. Go check on it. Go check in a Vanquish. I didn't even know you had a Wii U. I love the Pepsi, man. Pepsi. You may be asking, Peachy, aren't you tired of listening to this after what you went through yesterday? No. No, I love the Beppis. I need to stop rendering her helmet. I am so tired of her helmet. Her helmet is way too detailed. I'm gonna still do it, but not right now. You guys have seen enough of me rendering her goddamn helmet. More like line arting. Desi Spark, thank you for the check-in. I apologize, but you're yeeted to ads. You're yeeted to the ad dimension. Ad hell. And I'm just in regular hell. Marathon Silkworm, what is that? Ah, someone slammed the door in my house. Also, I realized we only just got the 1300 Sea Angels, right? We're already at 1325 Sea Angels. That's really good for someone who barely streams. Where are y'all coming from? Y'all are so nice to me. Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi man. Beppis man. We'll listen to the Pepsi man one more time and then ad should be done. I can't get mad at the Pepsi man. Pepsi man! Pepsi, Pepsi. No, why is it broken? Is it broken? Why are you broken? Oh yeah, can we do the model gacha? I'm gonna do the model gacha one more time while the ads finish up. I'm sorry, my tits keep breaking. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm gonna have to like troubleshoot this shit later. This is so annoying. I just want to stream. I want to stream with no issues. Oh, you want the model gacha? There you go. I was about to go redeem it myself again because I am a loser who does that. I will use my own redeems to make stream more engaging because people forget I have redeems. Travel Peach! Okay, no one can complain. I'm actually doing what the wheel says. I am changing. I'm morbing. One moment. One moment. We're gonna change to Thighs Peach. Yes. Thighs Peachy. I'm sorry, the ads are about to end and we're about to have like scuff. Should I use Business Peach? I'm gonna use Business Peach. I like this peach. Welcome back from ad hell. Hello. Welcome. My tits are working. Here we go. Are you working? Can we try? Let's see. Let me try throwing something at myself. This one. It works now. Thigh Peach. Yeah, there you go. There's your thighs. Thighs for today. But welcome, welcome. For those just joining maybe for the first time, let me repost my going live motif before I continue. We are watching youth.net videos. Yuffie is a CL VTuber that we've rated before. She has very comfy YouTube videos on retro consoles and stuff. Oh my god, that's so cute. Sorry, I'm looking at my Twitter timeline and it's adorable. There we go. It's literally still just all the Pokemon stuff that I keep getting in my feed. All the cute Pokemon. Alright, let me put it back on. We're listening to Pepsi Man right now, because that's what I played yesterday. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming at the same time, for those who are curious. We're going to be playing Twilight Princess again tomorrow. We're going to be going to heaven. But now for more youth.net videos. What is this one called? This video is called, I tried licensing PS2 games so you don't have to. What does that mean?
day in the 2000s,
Oh, I tried
there was a game for
Licensed.
everything. If a big new movie came out, it probably
was
had
like,
a
she
video
became a
game
lawyer?
tag to it, and there were even TV shows that got their own games just because they were popular.
What is this?
And dare I
There
mention
it
the
is!
licensed games based on
Points! Look! It's that game we played yesterday. It's that game we played yesterday, guys. I played this. I suffered, so you don't have to.
snacks. A lot of these
What's gonna be
licensed
her
games have
review
two
on
things in
Pepsi Man?
common: being shameless cash grabs and
Sorry, can't stay long, but here, take this. Purple underscore heart.
Tim! Oh, you don't have to sub. Don't worry. I appreciate you, Tim. Thank you, thank you. I value my mod. Have a good day if you're gonna leave right away. No worries. No worries. Anytime I get to spend with my favorite penguin is great. I love Piplup, for those who don't know. So it's kind of a coincidence that my mod also is a Piplup. I did not persuade him whatsoever. He was a Piplup before he got here. But yes, welcome, welcome. For anyone just joining, again, we're watching this seal. She's gonna review PS2 games. Silly PS2 games. I played Pepsi Man yesterday, so let's see what she has to say about it.
being not very good, which pretty much go hand in hand. They were mostly meant to make a quick profit, so there was an often
Oh my god, there's an
observable
Alvin and the
lack of effort or
Chipmunks game?
creativity. To be fair, there are licensed games out there that are legitimately really good, but they're not nearly as
Shrek.
common.
You know what I want to play? Would you guys get mad if I play this? I want to play the Madagascar game because Wispy always talks about it. What licensed PlayStation games have you guys played as a kid? I played the Over the Hedge one, but I didn't play the PlayStation one. I know there is one, but I played the DS Over the Hedge game. Penguins have been my favorite since March of the Penguins. Oh my god, I actually played that game too. I played March of the Penguins on the DS, and it made me depressed because I killed all the penguins by accident. Like, if you make any sudden mistake in the March of the Penguins DS game, they all die. Star Wars Episode 3 for PSP. Lego Lord of the Rings. Pretty based. Piplup does belong to a Yuri trainer. Is that true? Alright, anyways, let me get back to the video. I'm sorry, I keep yapping. Poor Yuffie.
A more positive note though, just because a game is technically quote-unquote bad, even if just by today's standards, that doesn't mean it can't be
Bad
enjoyed.
games can be
There's something
fun.
charming about the licensed games era that's
Bad
kind of hard
movies
to put
can
my
be
finger on.
fun.
And at the least,
I'm
even
sorry,
if one of those games
she's so right though. Bad games, bad movies, they're great when you spend them with like your friends. That's why I like doing I like having scuffed streams with y'all. That's why Pepsi Man was so fun yesterday.
is really truly awful, if you're lucky, maybe you can still get a laugh out of it. So today I'm going to dive into the licensed games dumpster to see what I can find. For the PS2 specifically, whether it be good, ironically good, or just plain bad. Wish me luck.
Ironically good. Recently we watched Cocaine Shark. That sounds funny. Isn't there a Cocaine Bear movie?
In a series of unfortunate events, the Baudelaire siblings,
this
Violet,
movie.
Klaus, and Sunny, find themselves living with an evil man called Count Olaf after the deaths of their parents, and he's after their fortune by any means
I know this
necessary.
movie.
This game is based off the movie, which is based off the book series, which was quite dark despite being aimed towards kids. However, it did also have its fair
Well,
share of
is
whimsical quirks,
title-
like the baby sibling Sunny
Just look at the
having
title. What do you think is
insane
gonna
teeth
happen?
that can bite through almost anything. Actually, all of the
Oh, I
siblings
like
have
her
their own
stream
talents, with Violet
overlay.
having a knack for invention.
That stream overlay is cute here. Look at that. It's so like what's the word? It's like that fruitager arrow aesthetic. Right? Okay.
Through almost anything. Actually, all of the siblings have their own talents, with
Oh,
Violet having
yeah, I
a knack
forgot.
for
She has her
inventions,
logo
a lot
in a
of
Sonic
inventions,
Adventure
and Klaus
style.
being incredibly book smart. As someone who really loves the books and even liked the movie a fair bit, I can't say while playing
Oh,
this
yeah,
game
Jim
for the
Carrey.
first time that I felt like it really captured the elements of what made the series great. While the movie did a decent enough job of adapting the first few books, the game does a mediocre at best job of adapting the movie. It
Oh,
feels
no.
really soulless to me, and the quirkiness feels like it's been forcibly dialed up to 11.
Stick a fork in me.
I know,
Huh?
I'm not the target audience, but as a longtime fan at least, this just feels
Was that
off.
Peter Griffin?
And I mean, just generally
That sounded like Peter Griffin.
dialed up to 11.
Stick a fork in me.
I know, I'm not the
Lois.
target audience, but as a longtime
Lois.
fan at least, this just feels off. And I mean, just generally speaking, the game is bad and not in a fun way. The combat, which you'll use Klaus for a lot of the time, is really frustrating, especially since he's meant to be the brains of the group, so why is he the muscle here? And especially against rats, of which there are many, it's hard to actually even hit them, and the camera does no favors. A lot of time is spent gathering items for Violet's inventions, which are needed to progress, and it gets really repetitive. And also, for some reason, there's a mandatory rhythm game where you have to play the same song 3 times in a row as it gets
Why?
ever so slightly faster. It's
Why?
just kind of a mess. The only thing this
They
game
never
really
hit it
has
with
going
rhythm
for it is Jim
games.
Carrey,
Just
who
look
plays
at
Count Olaf in
Atlantica
the
and
movie,
Kingdom Hearts
actually
2.
did record lines for this, which is cool. And Tim Curry voices the narrator, but that's
They're
about
never good
it.
at like
I don't
shoving
want to
rhythm
spend
games
too much
into a
time
different
dunking on this
gameplay.
game, but yeah, you couldn't pay me to play this again.
You know,
I really
no.
love the books.
I lied. The only exception is kind of Sly Cooper, because I don't remember that one being that difficult with what's her name? One of the bosses in Sly Cooper has like a rhythm game aspect to it.
Growing up, so playing this game was like watching a total bastardization of everything I ever loved. I can't do this shit anymore.
I'm sorry.
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is based
How does she? That's cute. Wait. Look. The little the transition has the seal. It has the seal and the Sonic. That's cute.
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is based off the movie, which is based off the book of the same name. Taking place during World War II, the Pevensey siblings are evacuated to the British countryside after a bombing in their hometown, where they stumble upon the magical world of Narnia hidden in the back of an old wardrobe. Each of the siblings, Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy, is playable and has different abilities,
Sly
and you
Cooper
switch
boss
between
I
them
was
as needed
thinking
to
of.
progress.
Miss Ruby.
The game will explicitly tell you which sibling you need to play as to be able to move forward, which I mean, fiery pits aside, it is a kid's game, so that makes sense. Each
Honestly,
sibling
she
can
had
engage in
rhythm.
combat. Most notably, Susan does this, which is kind of sick. Whoa, buddy. You can use their combat skills not just against enemies,
They
but
know
to break down
spin
doors or
dash.
clear obstacles as necessary.
They know the
too.
Mario
And
spin.
after first arriving in Narnia, we also learn how to do a team up. So if we press the triangle button while next to a sibling, we can do all kinds of special moves, like throwing
That's
Lucy at
cute.
giant chunks of ice, which is in fact necessary. In case
What
you were
I hate
wondering.
is
I'm
adding
going on
a
about the
Bejeweled
mechanics.
game to an FTP game. What is an FTP game? I forgot what that stands for. My brain's going vroom. Player. I'm so dumb.
And such, because honestly they're very funny, but not in a bad way. It was legitimately what made
Free
the
to
game stand out
play.
for me, because there's something really amazingly
Vroom.
goofy about what was supposed
The only one I could think of that's like that is what's it called? Honey Pop. But we can't play that here.
to be a realistic 3D child doing whatever this is. There's something lovably and unintentionally comical about just about everything here, even the pretty egregious use of FMV, because ultimately it gives us these incredible transitions. Even some of the sound effects are hilarious.
Honey Pop, yeah. We should watch
It's just
Dashi
really
XP
extra,
play
and I
that.
love it. The
It's
only
so
thing for
funny.
me was the gameplay itself just wasn't super enjoyable after a point, and the most frustrating part was this fight in the game where you're being attacked by a constant influx of wolves, and you've got to use Susan and Lucy's abilities to
Oh.
block off the caves they're coming out of.
Ban on
Susan
Twitch
has the
for some reason. I
ability to
wonder
aim and throw
why.
projectiles, and that part was simple to figure out. Likewise, Lucy can crawl into small
Sounds like a
spaces, so I
wholesome
thought,
game.
oh, look at this very obvious opening I could probably crawl
Honey.
into. Let me give that a
Honey
shot.
Pop.
No, wrong. I'm an
Sounds
idiot,
wholesome.
and you're supposed to crawl into the less
wonder what it's
obvious
about.
opening next to it. I mean, a little less obvious anyway, because
Yeah.
looking back now, I can see the opening had the same wooden beams as the area we needed to crawl to, which would be the indicator that that's where you're supposed to go. Personally, I blame the other siblings' AI for being kinda useless and fighting off the
Oof.
wolves while I tried to do all of this in the midst of absolute chaos, so clearly I did nothing wrong. This is where I ended my playthrough out of frustration,
Oh,
and also for
no.
the sake of this video not taking a million years, I wasn't planning on playing through the entirety of each game right away anyway, so it is what it is. But
That's
even though it's not great in my
right on
opinion, and
you.
I did get frustrated. What does Lucy do here? Lucy won't crawl in here, so what does she do? She can't get all the way up there. What does it mean? I'd be willing to give this game another try sometime,
Finish
because I
filing
did
my
laugh a lot while
taxes.
playing it, and that's a good thing. if
Isn't
you
it
ask me.
due in like a week? Aren't the taxes due in like a week?
When I was younger, I really liked The Simpsons.
finished mine, like, 2
remember my
months ago.
older
I didn't
cousin
do it. Wispy
introducing
did it
to
for
me,
me.
and back then he was the coolest.
Wispy does
and
my
me and my younger
taxes.
siblings were always really quick to pick up his interests.
He's smart.
But even though I liked the show and watched The Simpsons movie basically on repeat for like a month after it released on DVD, I never played any of the games.
Homer,
And
why?
I mean, apparently a lot of them from back then weren't great, but one
This
that
actually
I heard
reminds
a lot
me
of good
of,
things about is
This actually reminds me of Sonic Fighters. I do things last minute. Tisk. I'm so afraid to do taxes last minute. I don't like it.
especially as far as licensed games in general go, is The Simpsons Hit and Run. So this video was the perfect opportunity to finally try it out. Hit and Run's story is definitely of secondary importance to the
Yeah,
gameplay,
I think
but the
Wispy
general
did my
plot is that there's
taxes
a
in March or
conspiracy
something. I
surrounding
know
the
he did
release of
his
a new
first,
cola
and
that
then he
drives
did mine
people
like
insane, and you
2
play
weeks
as the
later or
Simpsons
some shit.
family and Apu in order to investigate all the
The
strange things
Narnia
happening
game was
around
made by
Springfield.
Lego's Game
The real purpose of
HQTT
the game, though,
Games.
is to basically
AKA
be like a
Telltale
really
Ga-
wacky T-rated license.
The Narnia game was made by the Telltale people? That's kind of funny. Especially for like a really retro PS2 game. I didn't know they made like retro kind of games. It's kind of, these are kind of retro licensed games, aren't they?
version of Grand Theft Auto, and it's really fun. The use of the Simpsons
Aw.
license allows for a lot of personality and humor, which say what you want about Simpsons humor, but I think it's pretty funny personally.
Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan.
And I love that you can wreak absolute havoc with little consequences aside from damaging your vehicle to
Honestly,
the point
like
it just straight
Simpsons
up explodes.
humor,
You
like
can run over
is more subtle,
pedestrians.
even
I
more
mean, it
subtle
is
than
called
Bob's
hit and run
Burgers
after
humor.
all, and it's
It doesn't
totally
rely on
fine,
like
and the game even
being
rewards you with
vulgar,
currency for destroying just
too
about
vulgar,
anything and
at
everything.
least.
That said, it's not a perfect game. Like, the platforming parts are pretty unenjoyable because the camera is so janky,
Oh,
almost like it's meant to
I
be,
can imagine
you know,
that
a
sucking.
driving game. And the collision while driving could stand to be a little less punishing. Not that I want anything to be easier, really. I just think the gameplay coming to a complete halt
Can you
ruins the
shoot
fun.
in this
The whole
game?
point is to be destructive
If
and
it's like
reckless, and
GTA,
crashing
do you
into
have
things is just
FPS
gonna happen.
parts?
So it would have been nice for there to be a smoother, more forgiving recovery so you
Yo.
can get back to the chaos sooner. There's
Not the
also the
school
problem
bus.
of getting completely stuck, and getting out is either incredibly
Well, Marge is
time-consuming or
driving, so
straight
that
up
makes
impossible,
sense.
but maybe that's just a
Women
skill issue on my
drivers.
part. This is definitely a different style of licensed game than the other ones were, to be fair, but Hit and Run was so fun in comparison. A lot of licensed games just directly follow the plot of whatever movie or TV show they're based on, and I don't think it always translates well into a video game. What Hit and Run has going for it is The Simpsons doesn't have an overarching plot, so the devs could just make up a completely insane but ultimately unimportant story
true.
that's sole purpose is to drive the gameplay forward.
I like that
Rather
they bring
than
the
throwing
sets
in
to life,
frequent and
though.
long cutscenes for the sake of reminding you, oh yeah, this is based on a movie, maybe I should
It's
go
very
watch that movie.
colorful.
And maybe also for the sake of being faithful to the source material, Hit and Run doesn't worry about that. The Simpsons had been iconic for years by the time this came out, so it's not like they really needed the advertising, and aside from being faithful to long-established characters, they could kind of just do whatever. I
Yup.
think this was more so a game for those who were already fans of the series, so it was less about convincing people to go watch the show so they can make more money, and more about drawing in
True.
those existing fans so they could also make more money. Money-driven regardless, yes, obviously, but still I
Money.
think the approach is different enough to matter. Overall, I had a great time trying this game out for a while, and I'm
money.
definitely going to be streaming it until I finished it, though I hear the final mission is super tough, so, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I did already play this when I was a kid and I loved it, but I was curious to see
Spider-Man.
how it held up as an adult, so here we are.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2, starring Tobey Maguire, is of course based on the 2004 movie also, starring
Pizza
Tobey
time.
Maguire. Or I mean, it's loosely based on it, since I mean, where did Black Cat come from?
You always chase
True.
things who brush you off.
Only the naughty ones.
What?
That's
Holy shit.
standard.
But generally, the plot really needs no introduction
whoa.
because it is mostly the same as the movie, which
You
just
guys
about every
heard
human on
that?
Earth has seen at this
I need to go back. Yo, he's rizzing her up. I can't. I need.
Brush you off.
Only the naughty ones.
Holy
That's
shit.
standard.
But generally, the plot really needs no introduction
like her
because it is
reaction.
mostly the same
Holy
as the
shit.
movie, which just about every
That
human
was
on
that
Earth has
video
seen at
game
this
donkey
point.
type
So let's just get
reaction.
to why this game is actually fun. Because even today it is
There's
really
a cheat
fun.
to add guns in Hit and
Impressively,
Run.
the
That's
game is
cool.
open world, taking inspiration from Grand Theft Auto 3, which isn't something
He
you'd
does the.
expect from
Yeah,
a
I
new
know
Italian
that.
game.
I know he
Even
dates
just the idea
Felicia,
of
but
making it open
goddamn.
world took more thought than was put into
He's
the
like a-
entire series of unfortunate events
His
game.
personality
Don't mind me, I'm just
changes
a
with
bitter
her a
old woman.
bit.
With a huge
That's what
area
I
to
see.
explore comes lots of things to do. There's tons of side missions and bad guys to fight, and sure, after a point some might find it repetitive, but I'd personally be perfectly happy just delivering pizza for hours myself.
Pizza.
For me, that's what really makes this game
Isn't
fun.
this where the
Just exploring
iconic
and finding things to do,
Isn't
whether
this where
you're
the
stopping a
iconic
robbery,
pizza time thing? Is this where that came from?
catching a lost balloon, or visiting places like the arcade? There's something really, truly enjoyable about it, even with as dated and limited as this game is. Honestly, the
Oh, I
gameplay is
should
so
do
good
that.
that the plot is just a nuisance.
Ash?
They could have just made it an open world.
I believe
Spidey
that's
game
how you
with
pronounce
zero
your name,
plot or
right?
cutscenes, and it probably
Thank
would
you
have
for
been
the
fine,
save
though you
redeem.
wouldn't get
Thank
so
you,
much
thank you.
playtime out of
I
it. But I
saved.
mean, at least the cutscenes are bad enough to be pretty funny, so I appreciate
I think
that.
his worst
A couple of
relationship
teeny
was
tiny gripes,
Michelle in
though. I
college.
think the web swinging can be a little annoying and janky at times, though you do
I
get
don't
used
know.
to it and get ability upgrades along the way to make it a lot more fun. I think
I
it
will
would have been
hydrate.
nice
Thank
for
you,
it to just be
Tim.
really fun right from the start. And also the audio mixing is really bad, so some portions of the game, like Toby's voiceovers, are
I like how her editing perfectly matched that car. That's cute. Wait,
from
what
the
does
start.
it say?
And also
I
the
could-
audio mixing
Manager's note. It's a skill issue.
is really bad, so some portions of the game, like Toby's voiceovers, are super quiet, while other parts are incredibly
Oh, it's that
loud.
Sonic
And
Adventure
lastly,
mixing.
99% of the time, there's no music of any kind while you're swinging around the city, so that just makes it feel kind of empty and, I don't know, awkward in a way. Though an easy fix
Oh, I
for
don't
this
know
is to
about
play
streaming
the
it
pizza
then.
delivery theme on
I always
repeat
need
while you play
music.
because it's peak.
There it is.
But there's not much else to say aside from I really like swinging around and doing
Okay,
random stuff
sure.
around the city. It's really great, and I'll definitely be playing it more. In Coraline, the protagonist Coraline Jones has
Oh,
just
there's a
moved into a
Coraline.
disgusting old Victorian mansion
Coraline
with her
game.
less than attentive parents. Coraline eventually wanders
I
through a
forget how
small door
old
in her
Coraline
house and finds
is.
herself
Like,
in a world that's
do you guys ever look at Coraline now? Because I only just watched it last year, and I'm like, this feels fairly new. But then I forgot it came out when I was in middle school, when I was like 13 or something. So, oh man.
like an idealized version of her own.
Spider-Man.
These versions of her parents are
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig can.
loving and attentive, but they've got buttons in place of their eyes, and if Coraline wants to stay, she'll need to sew buttons onto her eyes too.
Oh,
In
hell
case
no.
you didn't know, the story is meant to be pretty creepy. For whatever reason, I went into playing the Coraline game with moderately raised expectations, but yeah, my bad. The game is sadly just incredibly boring and lifeless in comparison to the movie. The vast majority of the time you'll be doing puzzles
People
that
really
even
like the
kids would
movie.
find easy, or even just mundane tasks.
Some people now
that
are saying
take
we shouldn't
forever
watch
because
or read
moves
Coraline.
So
So whoever the type of people are saying that we shouldn't watch or read Coraline, they're probably the AI bros, honestly. They're like, go watch Fruit Love Island instead. Yeah. That's not the only superhero song I remember. Oh, the Spider-Man. No, there's also the Pizza Time. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. He's not a Spider Pig anymore. He's Harry Plopper. Oh man, he turned to the dark side.
freaking slow. Like in the movie, Coraline's dad tells her to basically go away and make a list of every blue
Yeah,
item
he's like,
in the
"Fuck
house in
off."
order to keep her busy, which leads to a montage of Coraline
like,
exploring her creepy
"Let me work.
surroundings in a way that shows us a bit more
Do
of her
anything
personality
besides
and the kind of
annoy
place she's
me.
found herself in. In the game, this also happens, but quite literally, you just have to very slowly go around the house and find everything that's blue, because that was a really fun way to do it. The only challenge is the occasional timed objective, which is only difficult because, again, this game moves at a crawl. Even a stealth mission, which you
Goddamn.
normally would want to move cautiously with, is still more slow and tedious than it remotely should be. It's not like the game is offensively bad, it's
Oh
just,
my
like I said,
gosh.
boring. It utterly lacks the sauce of the movie, so all
What?
you're left with is this very bland, very
Why are you
slow,
catching
very easy game, and
cockroaches?
sadly, there's not even much more to say about it than that.
It's 'cause
At least
Coraline's
it's not like a
written
flaming
by-
dumpster fire, but I can't
Oh,
imagine
did he
anyone
do something? No, don't tell. I can't even have whimsy in my Coraline. What did he do? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. He probably did something deplorable.
having much fun playing this.
We
Okay,
can't have fun
well,
anymore, Sea
Even
Angels.
if they weren't all keepers, I think I am gonna crash out with this game. I had a lot of fun trying these games out, and I'd like to try more in the future to see what possible gems I can find. I think my next task might be
Okay,
license
look
games
though,
for
look,
Nintendo
look.
consoles.
The main reason I watched the movie is because that who's that guy that animated it? Who's the director that animated Nightmare Before Christmas? That's why I watched the movie, and I don't remember anything sus from him at least. I still like his stuff regardless. Yeah, sometimes you have to separate the art from the artist. But then sometimes it's just like yeah. Basically a TLDR, I used to like Kanye West before he was becoming an asshole. Before he became an asshole. The same for XXX Tentacion before he was an asshole. It's so disappointing. Sometimes you have to have like a limit for what people can do before you just stop enjoying their shit anymore.
Like the DS, so let me know in the comments
Ooh,
if there's
DS.
anything you think I should check out. Also, before I go, a big
She should
thank
play
you
the
to
Over the
NXT
Hedge
for
game.
sponsoring me and sending me this Miyu Mini
Do
to
it.
try out. For a while, I'd been hearing a lot
Rayman.
about all kinds of retro handhelds like this one, so I was pretty interested in trying one out for myself. It came with a SanDisk SD card, a USB adapter, a charger, a pre-installed OS, and it also came with a ton of retro games on it, so I didn't have to do literally anything. And if you want, you can even get different colored buttons to customize it, like these pink ones I got. Please act surprised that I picked the pink buttons, okay?
I am
After
so
trying
surprised.
it out a bit, I'm definitely getting why
Yes.
people like these things so much, so if you're interested in getting a Miyu Mini, you can use my referral link in the description, and you can also use my code YOUth10 for 10% off
Oh,
your
this
order.
is cute.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching,
She's
and
got
thank you
a
to my members and patrons as
sponsor.
always. I'll
That's
see you next time,
nice.
bye!
Bye-bye. See you in like 2 seconds. What is this one?
Divorce.
I speedran Tomodachi Life and ruined everything. Well, this is fitting since we have the Tomodachi Life demo, right? I never actually played Tomodachi Life in my life, actually. Believe it or not. Oh, that looks like Pow Kitty. Love that emulation console. Oh, I heard of that console you're talking about. Yeah. It's good that she's got a sponsor from a console though. That's nice. Like from a fan emulation console. Have you guys seen the DS console? That there's a DS looking emulator console. It's like I think it's like $200 or something, but it actually is like it's very powerful. It runs some powerful games. I think some people have been playing Twilight Princess on it.
Man, that really takes
I'll
me
see if I
back.
can find it later and
For
I'll
a
post it in
while,
my
I'd had an
Discord
itch to
server.
try speedrunning for the first time, but I wasn't sure what game
For
to
those who
try.
are
The one I've
interested,
played
I'll
the
post it in
most
the
is Sonic
tech
Adventure, but that sounded like
tech
a
or
kinda
gaming
sweaty for a
area of my
speedrun
Discord.
personally. So I started looking around at speedruns that looked interesting and hopefully not sweaty, and I saw it. An opportunity to change lives. For the worst. You see, there's a fairly new speedrun category in Tomodachi Life, and that category is divorce
How do you
percent, which I
speedrun
thought was freaking hilarious, so I decided to just do
divorce? I was like, how do you speedrun this?
it.
Divorce.
Even though I'd never played the game before. But that was a problem for future me. I'd figure it out. Eventually. So anyway,
Problem
I got
for
down to
future
business and of course
me.
got a very legitimate copy of Tomodachi Life to play on my very legitimate hardware. Just kidding. This kind of thing basically has to be emulated for reasons I'll go over in a second, but shh, be cool. I decided to start with a bit of practice so I could learn how the game works to start. Like, what goes into divorce? I don't know, that was always a problem for my parents, but I guess there's no better time to learn than the present, right? The rules for the run are as follows. The run starts as soon as the date and time are set and ends when two Miis have gotten divorced. QR codes and Mii transfers are not allowed. Runs must be played on an emulator, since I did pick the emulator category, and no NTR CFW since that gives faster load times, and that's fine because I didn't know what that was anyway. But yeah, the reason you'll want to emulate this bad boy is pretty much for your sanity, since without a thing called problem manipulation, your fate
they were
is completely
pregnant.
up to RNG, which I found out the hard way.
They were
And
holding
now
a
it makes
baby. I was
sense
kind
that
of
all the
right.
recorded runs are in the emulator category.
Beesh.
The divorce percent world record holder Chwava, who magically appeared on my stream chat like an angel from the heavens, had found out that by changing the initial system text
Nice.
override setting and skipping ahead a certain number of days at a time, you can completely eliminate the RNG aspect. Skip ahead 900 days, fall in love. Another 21 days, married. Then skip ahead a total of 955 days and boom, divorce. But yeah,
Boom.
I didn't really know what I was
Divorce.
getting into at first, so for a while there, it was purely up to RNGesus, and it sucked. Well, to an extent,
RNGesus.
because it did add a nice layer of drama and suspense. Since this was just practice, I decided to transfer Miis from Mii Maker because I wanted to get really invested in the lives I was about to ruin. My stream chat and I collectively decided Mario and Sonic would be getting divorced because, I don't know. I thought it was funny. There's an Olympic Games joke in there somewhere, I'm sure. And so, the
They
Mii's
kiss.
Mario, and Sonic Hedgehog were born, and boy, I tell you what, they were in for a roller coaster.
Why is he blonde? Wait, can't you have blue hair in this? You can't. Why is he blonde? I feel like at most he would have black hair. How does
Mario
one get a
and Sonic
divorce?
quickly became besties after becoming neighbors. Actually, quickly is a poor choice of words here since I set Mario's speed as low as possible because, you know, opposites attract.
He's so slow. It's
But what I
silly.
mean is they really hit it off. I could already feel the love
Sonic is
blossoming
not
between
emo,
them,
he
and
is
I was
jock.
really eager to ruin that,
Shadow's
but it would have
emo.
to wait
You're right.
because as it turns out, the
I
Mario
guess
and
you're
Sonic
right.
romance was going to be a slow burn. After all, I was going in blind and not doing problem
Yowie.
manipulation, and the odds were not in my favor. I gradually skipped
Yowie.
ahead a total of years, and they were still just friends. Have you ever watched a show where the two main characters are clearly in love, but it takes them like a decade to do anything about it? And week
Yeah.
after week, you're thinking, just kiss already. That's what this felt like.
That's
while
me
I
with
tried to
Sonic
max
and
out their
Shadow.
friendship. Finally, after about 5 years skipped, their friendship level maxed out. So I skipped ahead one more
Yay.
day, and it happened. Sonic fell in love.
Yay.
I convinced him to confess to
Aw.
Mario, and it was time for the moment of
Cute.
truth.
Boom, 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 boom. Just fuck already. How romantic.
Please.
Your eyes sparkle like the sea. Will you be my cuddlefish?
That's so
Mario,
cute.
please.
Sure.
So, if someone, yo, if I proposed to someone and all they said was sure, I would walk the fuck away. Sonic had poetry. He said,
Please.
your eyes sparkle like
Your eyes sparkle like the sea. Will you be my cuddlefish?
he said, your eyes sparkle like the sea. Will you be my cuddlefish? He had poetry, and all Mario had to say was,
Please, Mario, please.
sure.
Sure.
Just sure. K. That's like the equivalent of someone texting K back.
Oh, we're
After you send them
it's-
something emotional.
Now we gotta break them up. Surely now that they were in love, it'd be
That
pretty
won't be
easy
that
to get
hard.
them married. Well, no. We needed to do a lot more time skipping. I desperately begged
Time
them to lock in
skipping.
and get married so I could orchestrate their downfall.
I'm hungry.
You need to get married! Zonk kept asking me, hey, what do you think of my relationship with Mario? And I'd be like, oh my god, yeah, you're soulmates, bro. But day after day, Zonk refused to pop the question. And I got a no thoughts, head empty vibe from Mario, who I think canonically barely realized they were in a relationship at all. It took
Yo.
months to years more of time skipping, but eventually Zonk did decide
You
to
think
pivot
actual
and ask
Mario would
to
not
be his
know?
lifelong Olympic Games partner. You see, there was the joke. All I had to do was help them out in the form of a mini
Cute.
game that it turns out I'm really bad at.
No. But,
The bugs. They won't stop. They'll never stop.
I got it eventually, but now I was starting to feel a little guilty after seeing how happy they were. Oh, poor. Oh no. Oh no. I did this. I know. I'm
Lore.
starting to feel guilt. Thankfully,
like-
though, that was
I like how her
short-lived.
chat
That's
was in
beautiful.
Comic Sans.
Oh.
No marriage.
Do they
Holy
know?
fuck.
I don't think they know. I thought I would have to wait for them to actually have the wedding, but thankfully
Cute.
it always happens right away. Now all I had to do was figure
Sonic's
out
in a
how to
wedding
get them
dress.
to break up, which of course just meant more aimless time skipping. Chwava had been in my chat while I was streaming this and mentioned problem manipulation a few times, but I felt like, well, may as well just wrap it up like this and then figure out PM for next time, which was stupid in hindsight because it also took forever for Sonic and Mario to want a divorce, and I was kind of crashing out.
Sonic and I have been
Divorce.
thinking about
No! Oh,
Their love
this
is like
idiot.
rain.
Mario? Does he want a baby
I
again?
think Sonic and I have grown very
Mario wants to get
Nothing along-
pregnant.
Oh, good. You're not meant to be, but just call it quits.
Sonic and I have been thinking
No,
about
no, Mario, stop asking for a baby. please.
Bad Mario.
I don't
No
care.
MPreg.
Bad timing,
guess you're
stupid.
right.
But
No
it did
MPreg,
happen
no
eventually,
MPreg.
and I could finally enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Things
Yay.
aren't going so great with me and Mario.
Break up.
My feelings have changed.
Break.
Let's go back to being just friends.
That was
Oh,
that was
Doggy.
easy.
Time.
He looks so sad. He looks so sad.
Way too long.
I felt bad.
It's over! Let's go! Oh,
No.
shit. The thing is, though, this took an hour, and the world record is around 9 minutes. So if I wanted to come even remotely close to measuring up, I definitely had to try out the problem manipulation
There's a
thing.
world
But at
record
least
for
with this bit of
divorce?
practice, I did get familiar with the
Wait,
UI and
no,
mechanics,
that's
so
divorce in
PM, I could make
Tomodachi
a
Life.
proper attempt at my first speedrun.
What's the world record for divorce in real life? Can someone tell me? Does anyone know?
So, here's how we actually do problem manipulation with the help of Chwava's guide. You'll need to be playing European Tomodachi Life, version 1.1. You'll need to change the initial system tick's override value to 14. The date needs to be set to 25
At the altar.
2024, and the time needs to be set to 8:47 a.m. Why do you need to do all this? Because divorce is complicated, kid. After your future
Yeah, divorce is
buddy has moved in,
expensive.
you can skip ahead a certain number of days to get them to fall in love, get married, and get divorced. In case anyone wants to check it out, I'll leave Chwava's guide in the description, by the way. The only thing I didn't realize on my first attempt was that you can manipulate divorce. I thought that part was RNG no matter what because I'm just goofy like that. So my first speedrun that I submitted was over 30 minutes long. Oops. But, I mean, at least it was cool submitting one at all, and I've just told myself that this was more
Press
practice
that-
for the real thing.
presses
After
that
being
was an
told
easy
exactly
button.
how many days to skip ahead to get the divorce and the blessed Tomodachi Life speedrun Discord, I decided to try again, because the amount of time I could shave off by ignoring that RNG would be huge.
Attempt number
For my
2.
second run attempt, I was not off to a strong start. I was
Oh, no.
incredibly nervous, so I messed up the date and time settings, setting the clock to 8:47 p.m. instead of AM, which would ruin our problem manipulation stuff. Oops. So I started over, I set the date and time correctly, and I made my Miis as fast as I could. And after our neighbor moved in, it was time to make them fall in love. Fast. I skipped ahead 900 days and boom, romance. After they became
Romance.
sweethearts, we skipped ahead to 921 days and they were ready for marriage, which was really soon in my opinion, but hey, if they're in love, I'm sure it'll work out. Haha. Just kidding. I skipped ahead to 955 days and changed the initial system tick override to 4 like I was supposed to, and this marriage was officially doomed. Or it would be if I didn't screw up the run. What happened?
What happened?
Wait, no divorce. We cannot break them
Divorce
up,
is
they're meant to
expensive.
be.
Marriage
I made them
is
so in love. I'm too
expensive.
much of a matchmaker.
Best just
It
to be
didn't work for me,
single.
but thankfully I had some help troubleshooting.
I
and set
mean-
the time to 900.
I mean, you can also you can be in a relationship and not spend money. You know,
153
That's just
days,
me.
23 hours, and 54 minutes, and yay, they broke up. As to why this didn't work out, Chwava did some testing afterwards because we realized my version was actually 1.0 instead of 1.1.
As long as you both are
1.0 is
okay with
great for
that.
marriage percent, it turns out, but wonky for divorce percent. But anyway, knowing how far to skip ahead, I tried again and got a new personal best of 13 minutes, 44 seconds, 26 milliseconds, and 4th on the leaderboard. But I wanted to try one more time. There were further
You got
shortcuts I could
this.
take to bring the time down, like
I
skipping
believe.
dialogue and skipping me greetings. And using the 1.1 version this time would prevent any potential wonkiness just to be safe. It was all completely smooth sailing for this final run until I got to the marriage proposal minigame, where I got the worst RNG because why wouldn't I? The girl me went a full 20 seconds at one point without thinking of the guy me once, which was horribly unlucky. I'm gonna live a long, happy life. Oh my god! If that hadn't happened, I might have actually gotten 3rd place on the leaderboard, but oh well. I finished up the run without any other issues, and I at least got a new personal best of 10 minutes, 48 seconds, and 16 milliseconds. I think that's a fair enough place to wrap up this video until I make more significant progress that might warrant some kind of update, like a world record run, maybe one day. I think speedrunning is super fun, and I'm very interested to try more kinds of runs in Tomodachi Life and other games too. Maybe I will try that Sonic Adventure run sometime. God help me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my patrons. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing because it really helps the channel out, or if you're feeling a little
hi
extra
BBW,
cool, check out my
welcome.
Patreon, which I'll link
I'm
in the
actually
description.
about
I'll see you
to end the
next time.
stream
Bye.
here.
Please.
I apologize. But it is super hot in my room and I have to, oh, oops. Let me put this low. No worries. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I need to end stream because I have work soon and I don't want to get carried away with stream. All right, we're gonna be rating. Let me see. I'm stuck between Baiken and Splat. Baiken's having a debut. They're already 2 hours into their debut. Maybe they will play something. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I don't really get to raid Baiken often. But yeah, let's raid Baiken. It's like bacon, but VTuber. Be nice to him. He's cool. He's a friend of Shift. Yeah. He's having a debut. He plays quite a bit of retro games. He's a cool dude. He's chill to be around. If you are not subbed, there's a no sub raid message. If you are subbed, there's a sub raid message. Thank you, Vanquish, for sharing the raid messages. If you guys have not voted or nominated VTubers in the Onyx Award yet. Oh, does he bike often? You should ask him that when you join. But he's having a debut right now. Be kind, be nice. Understand that it's like a yeah. But anyways, yeah. Tomorrow I will be streaming The Legend of Zelda. I am sorry, Dukter. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow at the same time though. You have no excuse to miss tomorrow. I'm sorry. I know I streamed early today because I got my schedule wrong. I was supposed to be streaming in the afternoon, and instead I streamed now, which was my bad. Oopsie. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow and Monday. Tomorrow will be at this time, 10 a.m. EST. That's when the stream started today. And then Monday will be at in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Monday will be a longer stream. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Twilight Princess, and then Monday we're gonna be opening stuff on my hand cam and also playing Iron Lung. We're gonna finish Iron Lung. I will see you guys then. Bye bye.